we live?
We are live now.
Can you send me the link? To the stream.
Yeah, I gotta get to it first.
Yeah. I'm gonna put that in the thing.
Here we go. And sending that link to you.
Thank you.
Oh, if Discord will stop being slow as shit. Where are you, Discord thing of mine? I still feel chills sliding down my spine.
Alrighty. Also share it to Twitter. I'll retweet it. Actually, I can just share it on the Friendsim 2 account. Where's the fucking server updates? There we go. Twitter. Do you have anyone watching?
We have 2 watching.
Nice.
One of them being... Oh, hello! You have joined. Ari, thank you. Where have you stuck the stream in so far?
Just the Studio June server. Hashtag Homestuck, which is trending again.
I'm gonna stick it in Crow server.
Yes. I retweeted as a Friendsim 2 account if you wanna. Oh, I should have tagged this. Whatever, it doesn't matter. You know you're doing the stream. Oh yeah, duh. Twitter feed. I'll throw it in a couple places. Taking Back Canon. Boop. And honestly just Taking Back Canon. Oh, you did in your server. Nice.
There's not really anywhere else we tend to stick it.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a couple other places, but like they're not active, so it's fine.
Hello, we've got a good handful of views right now. Handful of viewers right now.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we don't actually have Blue Claw tonight.
Yeah.
For all of those of you who wanted to drink Blue Claw along with us, we chickened out, but we have a very good reason. I'm on a lot of painkillers for my period right now, so I can't drink. So
also,
we have
scheduling wise, things have been a little crazy today.
Yeah, we're going to the beach tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're gonna be gay on the beach.
But having had White Claw before, I do not think the addition of blue food coloring would make it better. So.
Also, why the fuck would you get a banana flavored hard seltzer? This is on you.
Wait, what?
Y'all are gonna have to pray for me. I couldn't get a Blue Claw, but what I did get is scary and banana Why would you do that to yourself?
Some things are, yeah. That is between you and whatever god you believe in.
That's a cruel god who would make a banana flavored soda. Alright, I'm just going to retweet the tweet.
Yeah, we can get started pretty soon. It's not hard seltzer, it's 99 brand liquor.
Is that good?
I don't know what that is.
But it's still banana flavored alcohol. That's cursed and
I
horrible.
don't like banana flavored
I hate bananas in general. They taste like I don't know if I've ever actually tasted one because the texture looks so appalling, but they smell like nail polish remover. And I'm not putting anything that smells like nail polish remover in my mouth.
That's fair.
Alright.
I'm not going to be in chat because we're on the small screen, so I can't,
Yeah, Janaya can't monitor chat, but I can. We are in my apartment today instead of Janaya's because I'm a little baby who wanted to not.
Because
push
you're in a
myself
lot of
while I'm
pain,
playing.
and like being on the subway for an hour and a half is a lot. So yeah, I'm on my laptop. Although we did hook Anna's mic up, so we're not on the crappiest mic in the world. On my laptop.
You can hear me eat
Crunch.
So you can hear me eat Cheeto Puffs in full 360p.
HD. What is the audio quality for streams? Do you have any idea? Okay.
I have no idea.
Because the video quality is like awful, but
OBS sucks.
well, the recording. Well, it's not OBS. It's YouTube. Like, all right, I'm gonna pull up the game and adjust the volume.
Have I synced with my audience? Oh my god. Take plenty of painkillers. Take care of yourself, because I sure as hell aren't taking care of mine.
You should.
I hurt too much to properly take care of myself.
Take care of yourself. Sweet.
In about half an hour, we're probably going to pause the stream to order Thai food, because we haven't ordered it yet.
Yeah. I mean, both of us ate lunch late, so...
Well, you could say it was lunch, but Popeyes gave me, like, beans and rice
That's
with no
true.
beans and
It was
all
like
rice.
mostly rice. You ate a bunch of rice earlier. So we are on my laptop, but I copied my save files over, so we are going to be continuing the same playthrough we were doing. And then I guess I'll copy them back over to the desktop. Or just play it again on the desktop really quick. I've played this game. I'm waiting for this.
Alright, yeah, it seems like we got plenty of... Have you switched from the starting soon screen?
No, I gotta get the frame set up because we haven't done this one yet. Yeah, it's totally wrong. Gameplay. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, okay. Well, it's got the game, but I don't see the sound. Gotta add the audio.
Wait, you can't what? Like you can't take painkillers because you're getting pierced? What? Is that a thing? Or is it something else that I said that I forget what I said?
Wait, cancel. Hold on.
So, for those of you who have played, what class did you choose? And what did you name your character?
I'm gonna bring the flame of this down. Alright. Now the game is visible.
You might want to bring the audio down a little more, because it's very much covering us.
Well, we're not really talking much. Can we...
But when we talk, the game audio seems to be, like, above us.
Okay. We'll make the game audio... We need, actually...
Yeah, they say, jump scare volume.
Yeah,
I think it's considerably...
check it on the stream once it
Oh,
goes.
yeah.
Because you've got your headphones. I turned it down. So, how's it sound?
So I think we might still want to take it down a little bit, because
Okay.
I'm on the lowest volume possible and yeah, Commander N says it's a little hard to hear us, so yeah.
Okay. Are we quiet, or is the thing
I
just
could
loud?
turn my mic up a little
Yeah,
bit. I
let's...
usually keep it on the quiet side because the last thing I recorded on this computer, or on this mic, was the Darius Punk Band
Yeah,
stuff.
because we're
And
like...
believe me, I got fucking loud recording
Yeah,
this.
you might want to turn that up to like dialogue levels, because we're like mid-green.
I mean, I record dialogue at the same levels as I sing. I just boost the
Your
stuff after the
stuff's pretty quiet. Yeah, that's right. Yours is pretty quiet, which for streaming.
Because I belt loud
You
and then
do.
I forget to...
Yeah. Because I used... Yeah, that's probably good. Because I used the because I use the streaming interface with a completely different volume setup, I never have to adjust it.
Oh, don't drink the burnt popcorn thing. That sounds terrible. Why would you put that in your mouth?
What is the burnt popcorn thing?
The banana liquor.
Oh, okay. Also, in a second, tell me if it's... Why is this... That's weird. I don't like that. I'm trying to make it full screen and the taskbar is still in the way.
So sorry for the technical difficulties. We're doing this on a completely new computer.
I don't play games on this computer.
The menu music was done by James Roach, right?
Yes, that's
That
correct.
is exactly why it sounds familiar.
Yeah. Yeah, James Roach composed the main menu theme along with a couple of game sounds. I'm trying to get it to stop, like, again, making the taskbar appear over everything. Options. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Just make sure that it doesn't, like, become invisible on the stream. There's a huge friggin' delay.
Wait, what doesn't become?
I made the game full screen. I want to make sure it doesn't screw up the framing.
Okay.
Like, because I don't know that OBS will show it to me.
And the game still appears for me.
Oh yeah, it does. It is fucked up.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Wait, where?
Look, it's cut. Oh no, now it's fine. No, it's cut off. See.
Oh yeah, it is kind of fucked up.
Yeah, that's because I made it big.
This one's for you, Elward. Yeah. Elward would be proud of you.
There we go. Okay, now we're good. Now we're good. Okay. I don't usually play it full screen because usually we're playing on a monitor with a lot more real estate. All right.
You're not used to looking at a small screen. I'm very used to looking at a small screen.
Well, I'm used to looking at a small screen. You just don't like it.
I honestly prefer it.
Well, my monitors for work aren't too much bigger than this.
When I first got my desktop, I didn't know what to do with all that screen space. It's like, what? There's so much blank space.
Well,
it needs to be cluttered.
What size is your desktop monitor?
21 inches.
So that looks bigger than 21. It's only 21. Because my work monitors are 24. It looks like it might be that. But so the gaming monitor, the one that we usually use, that is a 32-inch monitor. So it's a lot bigger, and it's a 4K monitor, so like you could put the game, in the corner, and it's still pretty visible.
All right, let's get started.
Yeah, let's do the thing. Let me just check to make sure the settings are good. Oh no, it was set to hard. I don't want it to be set to hard, because that would make the tabletop RPG section not great.
Harry says, update, half is plenty. I just saw the Lord. Yep, this is what happens when you drink banana liquor. Ooh.
Where's the one? Here it is. Volume 4 Revolution ending. Alright. Let's do the thing. Contains content warnings for depiction and discussion of alcohol and drug use, and it's got action
Blue Claw.
sequences. Yeah. It's got action sequences. Zebedee drops the others off where they need to go first, before circling back down around and settling down in a clearing in the middle of the stand of purple-hued trees. You can't help but wonder, did you make the right decision? He dropped Saraba and Marcy off in the suburb of Outclut. Saraba said that they had some rebel contacts there that could help them go into hiding. You wish you had a chance to hang out with your friends some more, but you don't feel like it'd be something they'd be down for after everything. You're still not sure if you did the right thing by letting Marcy kill her Dada. You guess it fits the whole fuck the Empire vibe. But also, it seemed like our Dada was hurting as much as anyone else. Maybe things could have gone differently.
Hey, I was asking you if you've got everything you need?
You look up, suddenly aware of the fact that Zebedee's been staring at you for a minute now. You think that you've got whatever you need. You try to travel light as much as possible, honestly. Zebedee shrugs.
Sure, sounds good. You said you were looking for Jade Bloods?
You nod. If nothing else, you really need to try to find Daria and let her know her Moirail's doing alright.
Well, I don't know about her, but the cave nearby has a couple Jades living in it. One of them, he's kind of a stuck-up asshole.
Oh yeah, that must be Lank. You haven't seen Lank since... Well, you're not entirely sure how to parse what happened at that party? Zebedee shrugs again.
I'm only running supplies there as a favor to Chixie anyway. Plus, it's on my regular run.
Is Chixie okay? You really feel bad about not being there for her as Moirail, and some of her Chitter posts have been concerning.
Not
You say
sure.
God isn't
She's
a
been
pretty
spending
butch?
a lot of time with some bulge-sucking high-blood.
But is he an ugly butch?
Zebedee sighs heavily and looks nervously toward the cockpit.
Look, I'd love to keep talking, but, you know...
Places to go, people to see, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Let me just check Chitter. Let's see what we... Oh, we got some Malik.
The Empire's evil and rotten, and it's always been the same. This isn't something you can reform.
And then Marvis. Not a fucking clue why they let me stay up. Why they let me stay up on Chitter. There's also, for those who enjoy the Beck Rogers and Gorf stuff, they continue going. Like, Skyless Chitter's deactivated and doesn't update, but if you do click through, you will still get new... Eventually you'll get new Beck Rogers posts and new Gorf quotes. Yeah, see here. Indigo sure are smart, aren't they? Gorf!
I'm glad I got Beck to keep me in line. Gorf!
Oh god, it's the worst thing I've ever
I
heard.
hate Gorf. I love Gorf so much, but also
Gorf
I hate them.
is the best.
I want to adopt them and make it so that they don't say this kind of shit anymore.
You stand there in the clearing as Zebedee's ship lifts off behind him, heading off to whatever amazing adventures he's got ahead of him. And you're so fucking tired. It feels like you've already been at this for ages, and you've got the feeling that you're not even close to being done. The stars above are so clear. Out here in the countryside, the night sky stands out in sharp relief. It's beautiful, but these are still unfamiliar stars.
Terezi October, are you Gorfkin?
With a heavy sigh, you start walking. There's worse characters you could kin than Gorf.
Also, are you okay if you feel like you're gonna implode? Like, are you okay? Like, please don't kill yourself with mystery liquor on our behalf.
Yeah.
We don't want your blood on our hands.
I'm gonna log into YouTube and so I can look at comments on my
99 proof, 49.58. What is AVB?
Alcohol by volume.
How much alcohol is that?
49%, was it? So it's like half alcohol. Yeah, proof is twice the alcohol volume.
And how large a container? So this isn't just a little shot. This is like a large thingy, right?
I mean, I don't know. Okay, fucking ads, I swear to God.
Every ad is a fraction % for me.
Oh, okay.
Money is a good thing. That should be in my
Yeah.
pocket. I just got a job, everyone. I can pay my rent now.
Yeah, 49% alcohol. So that's like strong vodka. That's like strong vodka. You're not quite into Everclear territory. With a heavy sigh, you start walking, one foot in front of the other, until you're there. Oh, and I'm gonna mute that because that's... Where the fuck is the volume? Hold on.
Oh, it was a shot. Okay, you'll be fine.
Oh,
you
yeah,
will be
you'll be
fine.
good.
I was worried you chugged half like a small bottle.
Yeah,
like
no.
I do have some vodka in the freezer. We could get wasted, but again, I'm on pain meds, so.
Yeah, that's not a good idea. I don't want you to hurt yourself. You gotta not do that. Don't hurt yourself.
I promise I won't have any of the vodka that's in the freezer.
Aw.
We can have that another day.
Yeah, exactly. You walk in the direction that Zebedee indicated earlier, making sure not to deviate from the path at all. After about an hour, you're starting to get a little nervous. You can see the faint pre-dawn glow on the horizon, and you still have no idea where this cave is. Suddenly, you stop. You can hear something around the corners of nearby rocks. The sound of a motorcycle engine? I should have boofed it so we could have gotten the bad ending.
Oh, can you go back and
Yeah, I mean, easily.
Yeah, we gotta see the bad ending.
So, also, fun fact for those that want to quickly skip through stuff. If you hold control, it actually fast forwards. And, yeah. Oh, no!
Rip.
Oh, shit. Maybe you weren't as quick as you thought.
Oh my god! Are you okay?
Oh no, Wanchi kills you.
Very much aren't. Poor MSPAR. Also, in case anyone didn't notice, there's now a little icon that appears in the upper right when you unlock a gallery image. Yeah. Oh, we get to do the council section. There's two figures standing in front of you. One is the Self of Space, who you've become almost irritatingly well acquainted with over the last few volumes. Nice to see you again. And you don't think you've seen this other one before. They glance over and give you a barely perceptible nod.
Can I fake Bucky's voice?
I don't know that you can fake Bucky's voice, but just you sound different than me. That's plenty.
Okay, it's good to see you.
Yeah, them too, you guess. Kinda sucks to always be under the circumstances of dying or breaking off some shitty divergent timeline, though.
Sure, I get it. Things change. Plans don't go as expected. Hey, have you ever thought about who you are? Like, really thought about it? What your place is here? All that good stuff?
Oh yeah, all the time. You are... Okay, actually, you don't really think about that all that much. You just kind of react to everything that's happening around you, trying to fix things as much as you can. That's okay, right? Sure, but maybe think about what you really want out of this, about why you're doing any of it. If something doesn't mean anything to you, why bother with it? You hadn't really stopped to consider what this means to you, beyond the whole making friends with wild abandoned thing, and that wasn't necessarily the best approach, like, generally speaking.
Never too late to change things around, right?
Exactly. Sometimes you need to make adjustments. No plan survives contact with the enemy, even when that enemy is an undead skeleton warrior being controlled by a teenager. Yeah, that's right. You can feel reality, or what you understand to be reality anyway, creeping back in to surround you. You wish it wasn't so hard to hold on to these encounters. And before you know it...
I don't think I can ever approximate Bucky's voice because Bucky's voice sits higher in their speaking voice sits higher in their range relative to their full range, while my speaking voice is generally lower in my range relative to my full range. But my full range is higher than theirs, so if I approximate their pitch, then it's the wrong part of my range.
Yeah.
Yes, I do think about my friends' voices like this. I think about the voices of anyone I speak to because this is how I think because I'm crazy. I can try and, like, I can't do impressions of anyone because everybody's voice is slightly different, but, you know.
You awkwardly roll to the side, just barely missing the motorcycle as it cranes past you, slides along the hard scrabble road, and tips into a ditch. Also, let me mark the messages read that I missed before because I don't like seeing the little number there. The rider is thrown. Ooh, a typo. The rider is thrown off to the side of into a conveniently placed patch of brush.
Fuck!
Wanchi, say fuck!
Wanchi? You open your eyes and look over toward the ditch, only to see Wanchi struggling to pull herself out of the brush. Quickly, you run over to help. Also, this is a song that Anna did on relatively short notice because, like, when I was playing through the testing and stuff, I was like, Wanchi really needs a theme, and this is the result. It's really good. It's extremely catchy.
It's a like sort of not quite a shanty, but it kind of has that vibe.
Yeah.
But it makes you want to like stand up and clap while someone stands in the circle and does some sort of kicky dance.
The audio references for this were Half Harley Mansion and the trial theme from Chrono Trigger.
And like the beginning, I think I got that vibe, but then I was like, okay, no, we're making this a fucking like bar jig.
Which is appropriate for the
With, of course, a middle section with very, like, smooth, sad reflectiveness because it's a Jade Blood song, too. Gotta add that Jade Blood flavor. By the way, Wanchi is voiced by my friend Miranda. They did that also at very short notice.
Yeah. They
And-
did it quick, too, because they cranked out 2 routes worth of VA. Because Wanchi's in Volume 6, too.
Yeah. And it is always very, very fun to be able to give work to people from my school.
Also, the
Even if they're not Homestucks.
well, a bit of trivia. So the normally the council's sprites are the writer for the route. In this case, is actually the person that came up with the concept for the route. So Bucky had come up with like the idea behind this route and like the general overview of what was supposed to happen, and then I ended up writing the script for it, but like based on their concept. So we have the general plot beats and like characterization or what they were looking for, and I wrote the dialogue and stuff. And also programmed a tabletop RPG engine in the middle of it for some reason.
I mean,
Except
it's very good.
Except that Wanchi looks a little bit different from the last time you saw her. She groans and brushes off the front of her clothes.
I haven't seen you for more than 2 sweeps. Of course I look different, ooh.
You notice that she's still adding a little ooh-ooh thing to her sentences. Wanchi flushes deep jade green.
Shut up, I can't help it.
Sorry, you're not sure why you even remarked on that. Just, you've been a little bit off lately is all. Stuff's been happening.
Sure.
Like, she's not hurt, right? Wanchi grins and flexes her arms.
Hell yeah, jades are hard to kill.
You've got some experience with that, yeah. But is she just gonna ignore the fact that she's
Shut
just kind of like...
up, I just like dressing like this, okay?
No, it's a good look. Very good. As the kids might say, very valid.
What?
And also, she's riding a fucking motorcycle? That's cool as shit. Where did she get it? Where'd she learn to drive? What was she doing away from the Jade Caverns? What's been happening lately?
Slow down, Ubu. And of course I can drive. I'm almost 8 sweeps, not some wiggler. The motorcycle isn't mine. It's Elward's. She let me borrow it to run into the city.
Okay, you have a lot of additional questions here, but you're not sure where to even start. Elward's still kicking around, you guess, and she has a motorcycle now, you guess. Wisely or not, you choose to not to actually articulate any of these particular thoughts. You glance around, seeing if maybe you can locate the telltale glow of a city nearby. Wanchi shakes her head.
It's not that close. We'd never make it back before sunup now.
Well, fuck.
But we can probably walk the bike back to the cave. What happened to you? I know we weren't super close, but you just kind of vanished, Ulu.
You give Wanchi the short, least crazy-sounding version of your story. Honestly, she seems to take it pretty well in stride.
It's not like weird shit doesn't happen around here. It's just... the caverns can get so boring sometimes. Even with their dumb quadrant drama. Don't know why they can't all just admit they like each other.
Wanchi doesn't bother to explain that one anymore, but you figure that maybe you've got time for some questions as you walk this motorcycle along the road in a slow-motion race against the impending dawn. Okay, so this actually, we can't ask all of these, we can ask most of them. So, do you want to talk more about, like, what's happening with other people, or do you want to do all the Troll She-Ra stuff? You get to ask, like, all but, like, 1 or 2 things, I think.
I think we need to do the Troll She-Ra.
Okay. What's she into these days? Seems like Wanchi's been up to all kinds of things. Changing up her fashion, learning to drive, presumably other things? But because you lack a sense of proper interpersonal continuity, you can't help but wonder if she's still super into soldier purpies. That's so cool, right?
Oh god no, Ulu. Soldier Purr Beasts is for grubs. I'm really into She-Ra lately, the reboot with Adora Weaver in it.
Oh yeah, oh you've gotta be fucking kidding. Is the show literally just called Troll She-Ra for real?
What else would it be called, Ulu? Anyways, it's great. It's about a teenage girl who fights for the Empire and her long-lost mate Sprit, who was kidnapped by the evil rebels.
Wait, so it's about Catra then.
It's like a reverse AU, basically. It's basically like if She-Ra was still working for the Horde, but
And Catra
was
was the one
kidnapped by
that-
the rebels. Yeah.
So Catra gets to be gay with Glimmer.
She even
Ow.
kisses Catra in the last season before they both get recruited as the Empress's personal bodyguards.
Also, them serving the Empire is like the good ending.
I hate it.
Cool. Very cool. As long as she's happy, you guess. Once she shrugs and shakes her head.
Maybe not happy, but I'm getting by, I guess.
Commander N wants to know what Elward's doing.
You'll find out what Elward's doing, but we will ask that one after we asked about the Troll She-Ra still sounds like propaganda. Troll She-Ra still sounds like propaganda. The way she describes the show, it sounds kind of a whole lot like Imperial propaganda. It reminds you of the whole Beck Rogers thing that Skyla mentioned.
That's stupid. Ooh. Beck Rogers is for old people and weird hemo-spectrum supremacists.
Yeah, you did get the sense that the show was pretty bigoted, like almost to the point of parody.
I know, right? This is totally different. Catra's even in Olive Blood, and no one treats her like she's less important because of it.
It's like woke Imperial propaganda.
Yes, because olives are so low in the hemo
It's like
spectrum.
girl boss Imperial propaganda. Yeah, you're not sure that not as racist as it could be is a very high bar to cross, but you're glad she's got something to keep her occupied.
I guess. I've been getting into other stuff, too.
And on that incredibly vague statement, Wanchi lapses into silence again. Alright, let's ask about Elward. What's Elward doing?
She's not really doing anything, ooh. She just keeps sitting around reading the same fucking book. Daydreaming about how she fucked things up with Branya.
That doesn't sound especially healthy. Wanchi laughs as she kicks a small pebble out from in front of her foot.
Yeah, no shit. She's been in the cave for a couple weeks now. She was getting out, but something spooked her, I guess. You'll have to ask her yourself.
Alright,
Well, what other stuff has she been getting up to?
Well, I've been working on a game.
Like a video game? Something like that? Wanchi shakes her head.
No, I don't get to do anything like that. I'm just using paper and shit. Not like Lank and Elward have video games anyways.
Okay, yeah, you guess that's fair. So, what's the deal with the game?
I'll show you when we get back to the cave, Ulu. It'll be easier that way.
Fair enough. Well, what other kinds of things is she getting into these days? You weren't really clear on exactly what the Jades are expected to do as they get older?
Branya had me doing piano lessons, just like Daria.
Wanchi seems to inflate a little bit when she says this.
God, if I could play in the band like her one day.
Aww.
Oh, Daria's band. You know all about Daria's punk band. A thing which is completely canonical and has definitely always existed.
What?
Never mind. You're glad she's got hobbies.
I guess.
Ask about the other Jades.
Yeah.
Wanchi rolls her eyes at the question and waves a hand in the air dismissively.
You mean Branya, Lanera, and Daria, right?
Yeah? Is something wrong? You're starting to get the sinking feeling in your gut. How close were they to Ascension?
It's just that they can't pull their heads out of their asses anymore. Ooh.
Well, thank God they're not off-world, at least. Wanchi shakes her head, frowning.
Everyone's in a quadrant with everyone else, but none of them are where they want to be.
She doesn't really elaborate on what that means exactly, and you're not sure that that now is the right time to dig into it. Maybe later, like, next month.
What are you talking about?
September
So,
9th to be exact.
One thing, if you were to play this game next month with Volume 6 installed, the line would be something along the lines of, or, in a few hours if you want.
Wait, you're gonna change it retroactively?
No, it changes it. It detects whether or not you have volume 6 and 6 or greater installed.
I love that. I love that. By the way, the Darius punk band thing, Janaya snuck that in because she thought it was
I
real.
thought it was canon when I first got into fandom.
Because you had seen Darius.
Yeah.
I can't believe you were like a fan of my channel before we started talking and then started dating. Like,
Yes.
I'm dating one of my fans.
Oh my god, that's
so problematic
very
of me.
problematic.
I'm also dating my boss, which is problematic
boss.
of you.
Oh no.
We're such
Wait,
a problematic.
but you're my boss for your channel.
I guess. Oh, so I'm double problematic.
Oh my god. Never mind. After a walk that feels like it would have gone a lot slower without that conversation, or a lot faster if you could actually ride the motorcycle, you finally arrive at the cave. This is definitely not the Jade Caverns.
Yeah, no shit. Ooh. We don't have time to walk there before daylight.
What the fuck did you do to my bike?
Hey there, Elward. Long time no see. Elward ignores you completely.
What happened? I told you to be careful.
I almost hit this one, Uwu.
Elward turns to stare at you, suddenly very aware of your existence.
You're back, huh? Still causing trouble for everyone around you?
You're about to stammer out some kind of explanation when Elward breaks into a grin and winks at you.
Nah, I respect the hell out of that. Just, you better hope this bike's okay. Otherwise, I'm gonna have a talk with you.
Elward walks over to the motorcycle and begins to check it. After a minute, she looks up and sighs.
Everyone's being
It's
very
fine,
gay
I
in the
guess.
chat.
I can fix it. Hey, grub size.
Oh, yeah, I
You still
see
gonna
it.
do the game thing?
Yeah, so Elward's sprite is, that is, like, Kim Quatch's, like, design for, like, that's their, like, fan design for Elward. And I saw, like, because I was looking for artists, and I saw Kim's design for Elward, and I contacted them specifically to ask if they could, because their Elward and their Lank are very distinctive, and I contacted them specifically to ask if they do those two characters.
Also, the VA for Elward is like real hot sounding.
Yeah, the VA is real good.
Listen, you can't have Elward without like
Similar to the
lesbian
Marsty
voice.
VA, not exactly the same, but like similar tone, similar
Yeah.
vibes, which is makes sense.
similar vibes, but Elward's is like more. The lowness is from the butchness rather
Yeah.
than the annoyance that Marsty
Yeah,
says.
different like intonation.
I thought you said that game was for wigglers.
Obviously, I changed my mind. I'm bored out of my pan here. You know how many times I've read that same fucking book?
With a huff, Elward begins to roll their motorcycle toward the mouth of the cave. As she reaches the entrance, she turns back and grins at you.
You want to keep me company while I do this? Just say the word. Bet you got all kinds of crazy-ass stories, right?
Yeah, she could say that. You shudder. You're not sure if you want to go over all of your crazy-ass stories right now.
God, she can be so fucking weird. Come on, let's go.
Not so fast. Did I hear you say something about crashing the bike?
Appearing out of the shadows of the cave entrance, you see the tall, slender figure of Lank Bombex. He's wearing, well, honestly, it kind of looks like fancy pajamas.
It's loungewear, suitable for both indoor and casual outdoor use. Not that I'd expect someone so obviously uncultured to get that. Wenchi, what was that about crashing?
I just put the bike into a ditch when I swerved to avoid that one, ooh.
Don't you ubu me. You could have been hurt.
But I wasn't.
Lank sighs and blows a strand of hair out of his eyes, putting a hand on his hips and shaking his head with a look of disapproval that he probably learned from Branya.
The chat says overrated twink. Ooh. Okay, he might be an overrated twink, but Kim's design for Lank is very hot.
Is extremely good.
The long-haired Lank, I like that a lot.
So, one person says, she sounds like Marceline Adventure Time. Yeah, she kind
She
of
does.
does.
I
Yeah.
wonder if she sings. Get her to sing, Chixie.
Fine. I'm not your Lucis.
That's right. I'm gonna go inside and get the game ready. You should play with us in a little bit, ooh.
With a quick wave of her hand, Wanchi disappears into the cavern, leaving you out front with Lank. So, how's he been? You laugh nervously. For some reason, you feel like your last encounter with Lank was incredibly awkward for some reason.
I suppose you could call it that. You're not the first person to have embarrassed themselves on my account.
Yeah, you're having such a hard time putting your finger on why you're feeling this way, but rapidly changing the subject back, how is he doing?
Overall, wretched. Have you ever lived in a cave before?
No, although you did spend a lot of time in an abandoned building.
It's not the same. The damp it's bad for the skin. Ugh, why am I even talking to you about this? Do you even have skin?
Maybe?
I'm going to go check on Elward. She's been a bit of a mess
They
lately.
lived in, like, that abandoned, like, hive for, several months, yeah.
How did I forget about MSPAR's Watchtower Hive?
If you insist on catching up, I suppose I'll be around. What else am I doing, right?
The first rays of the incoming daylight are starting to poke over the horizon, so you should probably head inside. Hell, might as well catch up with your friends while you're stuck inside, right? Also, we got a couple of chips from Wanchi.
Yeah! Oh, we have Wanchi's dinner now.
Yeah.
Oh, now she's worried? When her stuff is broken, oh? I can't believe I found them wandering around. Maybe one day I'll start my own band, My name is Lynera Scalpy. I have an incredibly obvious crush.
I do not! There's one line of Wanchi's, we haven't gotten to it yet, but there's one line where you can see the 3 exclamation marks, like, indicating that she's picked up, like, speaking mannerisms from the other Jades.
Also, Angela says, was making Lank look like Zoro intentional?
Absolutely not.
That's just Kim's design.
That's a combination of Kin's design and, like, what we concepted out for, like, what we wanted him to look like for the route.
And Commander N says, you spent time with Nepeta in a cave, and yes.
That's true,
yes,
yeah.
did.
You did. Although you were only in there for, like, a few hours.
Just long enough to watch her roast a haunch.
Yeah, like, you lived
and,
in the...
you know, collapse from, big cat attack and have days of drugs.
That's like more visiting a cave than living in one. As you walk in, you can hear Lank and Elward talking around the corner in low voices.
How bad is it?
Oh, like you know anything about fixing anything.
Sure I do. You just...
Elward laughs.
Look, I gotta get this checked out. Grub Size wants to play her game later?
She claims she's got a brand new campaign for us.
Sure. Look, we can talk later. I really gotta figure this out.
You're planning on leaving?
No. Maybe. I don't know, okay? I just don't want my bike being fucked.
Elward pushes the bike back into the cavern, leaving you alone in the main room with Lank, who turns to face you.
What are you doing hanging around here like that?
Alright, so this actually... whoever you talk to first, you get less dialogue choices for. So you can find out more about one of the characters at this point.
Okay, so we need to make sure that Elward is happy enough to fall for
Yeah,
Jesse.
so I being the one who writes the game, the thing that influences that is actually the second choice. But it's something you can pull back, and I know how to pull back from it because I literally coded the variables. Actually, there's two separate variables. There's how likely she is to fall for Chixie and how likely she is to want to stick around.
Well, I want Elward to be happy and with her demisexual girlfriend.
We're gonna talk to Lank first, because like the big thing that you're missing by not talking to him first here is like you get to ask him. You say either didn't y'all have sex or didn't y'all like read poetry together, both of which lead to the same line from Lank, which is just like basically what happened is kind of yes, like both and neither thing happened. It's MSPAR's narrative bullshit kind of like muddles the timeline and everything, because both of them are canonical and neither of them are canonical at the same time. So
So, Luke Desjardins says, that I really like Lank's voice because it is very soft, and we did intentionally cast a Transmask VA here.
Yeah.
So, like, we could have cast a, like, deep cis man voice, but,
Yeah,
Lank isn't a cis man.
we really tried to stick with, like, casting two identities here. So, like, trans characters are voiced by trans people.
Not all cis characters are voiced by cis people.
Yeah, like, half of our cast is trans and non-binary, so a lot of the characters are voiced by trans people, but, like, we did also try to go out of our way to voice the trans characters with trans actors. Alright, so we'll talk to Link first. You stretch your arms in the air like you're performing an exaggerated version of being tired. Why are you doing this? You have no idea.
Why in the world are you doing that? Are you ill?
Look, sometimes you just do things. Don't worry about it. Lank sighs and gestures toward the table. It's made out of a natural rock formation.
Did you want to sit down?
Why, yes, if he's going to ask so nicely. Lank's face is the very picture of well-tempered exasperation as he sits down across from you. You're still getting that weird, awkward sense about him and you still can't place why. Normally you have such an easy time remembering what happened with your friends, except for the occasional narrative bleed-through, but this feels different. It's like your last time seeing Lank runs up against some kind of strange narrative split that doesn't quite fit with everything else. So, what's been going on with him? You will get to talk about that later in the route, too. Like, it does get resolved.
That's such a broad question. Do you plan to narrow it down a little bit more, or am I just supposed to guess?
Well, for all the people that have transfem Tagora headcanons, which is a thing I didn't even know existed until I started working on this game, Tagora is voiced by me, a trans woman, so...
Tagora Assistant, we've done it, boys. We've won. They say they love your voice.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, you do have an excellent...
He's one of my favorite
If you guys
characters to
like
voice.
Tagora's voice,
Oh my
you are
God.
going to love Monday's video.
Oh my god, that's gonna be great.
You should give them a little No, you don't have to rap
I'm
on
not going
command.
to try to do
But
that
yeah,
live.
If you like the Tagora rap from Daria's
It's-
punk band, you'll like this video.
It's very fun. Okay, so we got another Twitter from Wanchi.
Still don't know what to make this boss look like.
I'm giving Watchy Joey.
It's Joey. It's totally Joey.
I can't do
Alright.
high-pitched voices that don't sound the same.
Why is he in a cave? You get to ask him all of these ones.
Counterpoint, why are you in a cave?
Waiting out the daylight mostly, but like it's a temporary arrangement. His situation seems more permanent.
Well, some of us don't have the luxury of being able to just disappear for sweeps at a time.
He sighs in a way that feels almost wistful.
As much as I'd love to.
It has its ups and downs. Tends to make you feel a bit disconnected from, well, everyone, actually. Lank laughs at that comment.
Tell me about it. Ever since I left the Jade Caverns, it's been, well, a little odd, to put it mildly. To the point where I even missed Lanera's company. God.
You notice that he never actually answered your question about why he's in the cave.
Because I needed somewhere to go, and this happened to work out. With whatever arrangement that Elward managed to pull with the rebels and that bronze blood she wants to fuck.
Wait, what?
Never mind.
Why do you leave the Jade Caverns? You know he didn't exactly
That's a
want-
massive fucking understatement.
Right, but honestly, it doesn't seem like living in a desert cave is a very good alternative. You're not trying to judge, but this looks rough.
Of course it is. I'm used to a somewhat higher standard of personal care.
Lank is quiet for a long moment. You look at his hands. The cuticles look like they were carefully pushed back with the tip of a nail, but not trimmed. No cuticle scissors in a cave, you guess.
Why'd I leave? That's the question, isn't it?
What's going on with Elward?
Don't you know it's rude to talk about someone when they're not around?
Oh shit, you're so sorry. You weren't even thinking. Lank is laughing at you.
Oh, stop it. I don't give two shits about being rude. But you'll have to be more specific than what's going on.
People are getting gender envy from Len.
Well, it seems like Lank and Elward have been spending a lot of time together lately, right?
You could say that. We're pretty much trapped in here since going out risks either of us getting scooped up by the drones or cold.
So does he have any idea how to, help her?
I'm not a mind reader. She's a woman who thinks she's a lot more complicated than she actually is. Really, she's just scared and anxious and bad at feelings. But then again, aren't we all?
Yeah.
I'm kind of regretting my original decision here. I think I'd rather be alone for a bit.
Yeah, okay, you can do that. You'll just go and see what Elward is up to. You follow the string of curse words back into the cave. As you walk, the cave opens up until finally you're standing in a large room that resembles a makeshift garage of some kind. Wanchi? No. No, Chixie.
Big thanks to Selling Uppers for running sound yesterday.
Oh, Elward and Chixie, what a good pairing.
Elward is sitting there next to her motorcycle, tweaking something with a screwdriver.
Oh, fuck. Almost done. Hey, what are you doing there?
You were just coming to see what she's up to. Does she need any help with this?
Nah, it's fine. Just gotta get in there and tweak a couple things. You're welcome to sit and watch, though, if you want.
She shifts over and shoves a pile of cans out of the way. You're not sure what's in there, but the faint reek of alcohol is pinging your nose.
Couldn't use the company, I guess. Gets lonely only talking to, like, 2 other people all the time.
Blank looks like a jade-blooded tool scar? I don't know about that.
Oh, no.
You're probably thinking that because of the long hair, maybe? I don't know. That doesn't fit for me.
Why is she in a cave? She doesn't answer right away, but you can see from her face that she's got some thoughts about this. Is she embarrassed?
I think I'm pretty far past that. Sitting on my ass, drinking, and reading the same fucking books. At a certain point, it just all kind of blends together, you know?
You think back to the time you spent living in the old abandoned hive on the edge of Outlet, and you think, yeah, you kind of do now. You're assuming her being here has something to do with Ascension? Elward nods slowly, setting her tools down.
Yeah, that's the deal. It was either Ascension or running away.
Given what you've seen from at least one other cerulean who went through Ascension, maybe this was the better choice.
I thought so, but who fucking knows?
Does she at least keep in touch with anyone?
Not really. Wanchi is fine, I guess, but she's still kind of a kid. Link's okay too, but he gets so fucking moody.
She leans over and grabs her a can, giving it a quick shake to see if it's empty. Tilting her head back, she drains the rest of the can. You're not sure what the Alternian customs are for day drinking, but maybe she wants to not do this while working on her bike.
Nah, it's fucking fine. I was talking to Chixie, you know. I'd been helping her with her band thing, like carrying shit and helping with sound checks and whatever.
So she was basically a roadie.
Sure, let's go with that. But I haven't been able to see her in a little bit because of, I don't know. It's complicated.
She flushes cerulean for a second before tipping the now empty can to her lips and squinting.
Other than that, I don't know. I've still got chitter, but, like, I gotta watch what I post so the Empire doesn't find us. And other than that, it's just that dork with the rebels running supplies.
Sounds lonely. Elward doesn't respond to this. Instead, she flicks the can over toward the pile where the others are and looks off into the distance. Is she working with the rebels now?
What? No, I'm not working with the fucking rebels. I don't have a death wish. I help Chicks with her stuff because...
She flushes Cobalt.
Just because she's my friend and I care about her, okay? Other than that, I don't want anything to do with any of this.
But she's sitting in a rebel-supplied cave. She was helping a rebel musician with her shows.
So what? Does that make you a rebel because you're friends with rebels?
Well, yeah, actually you kind of are. This is another line that will change if you tended to support Salvation more. It gives you a different dialogue option.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what it says, but it says something different.
Okay, fuck. Bad example. I'm just trying to get by. A lot of us are.
You glance at the piles of cans and sniff the alcohol smell that's wafting through the cave. How's that working for her?
Hey, fuck off. What I do to cope is none of your fucking business. There's lots of things I want to do, but being in a losing fight against an intergalactic empire isn't one of them.
Cantown.
God, don't ask me that stupid shit again.
Hey, do you want to order Thai food? Because churros closes in about
Yeah,
half an
let's
hour.
do that. You wanna put it on break for a second?
Sure. They could listen to us order Thai food.
Yeah.
Do you guys
well,
want to listen to us order Thai
I'm
food?
gonna go to the BRB, but leave the mic on. All right.
Does anyone on the chat want anything?
I think that we wait. What? Fuck. God damn it.
Oh well.
I hit the wrong button. All right. Food time.
Yeah. We're probably not going to eat till after the stream, but they close at 10. So
Yeah.
we got to get our
Food.
churros Thai.
Oh yeah, we gotta get it like now. It's 9:30.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Do you want me to order it and you pay me back?
I'll
or-
pay you back. It'll be
Okay,
better
cool.
if the big chunk of stuff is not out of my account, you know?
Yeah. Give me a second here.
Because even though I just got a new job, I won't get paid for a little while.
Yeah. Hold on.
You want a single noodle and a sesame seed? But what kind of noodle? Pad Thai, Pad Seiyu, Pad Cream. What was the other one? Pad Kimao, I guess?
Kimao, yeah.
Do you want glass noodles, egg noodles? And for the sesame seed, do you want a black one or a white one? There's two
Ooh,
different kinds of
that's
sesame
true.
seeds.
Churros Thai. Here we go. What do you want?
Tom yum soup with tofu.
Nice.
Their tom yum isn't full of carrots and green beans, which are not
Yeah.
tom yum vegetables. It's a normal tom yum that has like mushrooms and onions, and that's it. And bamboo shoots. Those are the three normal vegetables to have in a tom yum.
Tom yum soup with tofu. Small or large?
How much is the large?
$2 more.
Do the large. That'll be a full meal.
Yeah. Tofu. Okay. Alright. Add to cart. No, I'm gonna get something. Oh, they have the curry puffs too. They don't come as many though.
Ooh, pho and boba? Yes. I mean, if you have the money. If you don't have the money, then maybe don't. But, like, pho and boba sounds delicious, and I support you getting it.
Oh, damn, they have crab rangoons. I've never had their crab rangoons, but I'm gonna try them.
Well, we lost some viewers.
Oh, no.
No. That lovely, lovely spike in views. Ooh, has the money come back for the... Ooh, yeah, let's play... Does anyone want to play a game? I want you all to guess how much ad revenue I got yesterday. I play this with Janaya every single night.
15 cents.
I want to hear everybody's guesses before I say.
Alright, you owe me $9.
Okay. That's, like, not very much.
Nah.
I'm excited for my parents to probably buy me a meal or two while we're at the beach.
Yeah.
That'll be a nice
Alright,
weight
just
off of my
ordered
wallet.
it. That was straightforward. Alright, let's switch back here. Alright.
Okay, Commander N says 0. No, it was more than that.
$5,000.
I fucking wish.
It is an amount between $0 and $5,000.
3, no, the 3 is the closest anyone's been because it was 6 cents.
Oh no! I said 15 cents. I
3
was
cents is
closer.
closer than 15 cents.
Oh, I thought it was 3 as in $3.
Oh.
3, no amount, just 3.
So I'm guessing cents. And
If you know anything about YouTube monetization, you mean sense.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. What's going on with Link? I love how both of them are like, you gotta be more specific when you ask that question. Well, it's just that he looks less put together than he did the last time. Less boy band and more living in a cave for months at a time. No, well, kind of. You were just trying to lighten the mood, and it seems like Link is maybe not in the best place mentally. She looks like she's got something on her mind. You're not going to press the question about the rebels, but it seems like she's got some stuff she's thinking on lately. Elward sighs and scans the room as if she's looking for another can that's still full. Not finding one, she settles for biting it.
Oh, shoot, did the voices get muted? In game, not
oh,
streamer.
maybe.
We're gonna check
yeah,
on that.
It's probably muted.
And
yeah, it is.
6 cents is better than nothing. I used to
Alright,
get
now you should be able to hear the voices again.
I used to get like 3 cents a day on a good day, and now it's like 6 cents on a bad day.
Yeah.
But if you've ever wondered why it took me 2 years to get to my payment threshold, that's why. And the only reason I got to that payment threshold is because some very, very kind people gave me super chats.
Yeah, FYI, if you like a content creator and you want to support them and you have like a couple bucks extra a month, donate to their Patreon. Like,
seriously. So like I don't put a ton of stuff on my Patreon because the few people who follow me just follow me to support me and never actually watch the stuff I put on Patreon. But I do have some extra stuff on my Patreon. If you like my stuff and you want to throw some money my way and want to hear some like demo songs for my new musical or some demos from Darius Punk Band or just random songs that I'm never going to put anywhere else, but there's a lot of those. I put a lot of the songs that I wrote my first year in grad school there and that I can't publicly post unless I like get the permission of the person who wrote the lyrics. So like if you want some extra music, $1 a month, or not even per month, if you just want to give it me a one-time donation, we'll get you access to that.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Okay, so here's one where you can affect her feelings. If you tell her to stop complaining, it knocks them down.
That's such a mean thing. Why would you do that?
There's like no part of this game where being mean is like doesn't have a negative outcome. Well, kind of. Next route, there's one case where being mean is kind of required to get the best outcome.
Right. Okay.
But only in certain cases.
So you ask how much money to know about Monday's video? So I can just tell you guys, because it's going to come out in 3 days. Also, if you're on the Studio June server, you probably know.
Yeah.
I mean, you could give me money anyway, because I like money, but I'll just give it to you for free. It's going to be a Tagora parody, or not even parody, a Tagora cover of There's a Platypus Controlling Me from Phineas and Ferb. That's why if you're in the Studio June server, I posted an image of Dr. Doofenshmirtz with Tagora's face posted on it.
While I was recording the Tagora rap for the Darius Punk Band thing, I made the observation that it kind of sounded a little bit like Dr. Doofenshmirtz, and yeah.
It is not incorrect quotes, but you know, it is about time for us to do another incorrect quote. I usually do it in about 6 months. I have a lot of ideas for videos. I've got a video essay in the works. There's this Monday's video. I want to start doing Owl House comic dubs. I just have to figure out what character I'd be good at voicing, because I'm not good at impressions. And there was some other stuff that I was thinking of, wasn't there?
I don't remember.
I thought there was something else.
Probably.
Yeah, you get it. Alternia is a shit fire and we're all burning.
Well, maybe it's not hopeless?
How can you say that? I'm not even very far down the ladder and it still sucks. You know how much worse it is for lowbloods?
You do, actually. But that doesn't make it not worth trying to do something about.
You sound just like chicks.
Isn't she sick of living like this? Basically, everything she says sounds pretty awful. So, what if you told her that you could help her escape? You could get her away from all of this.
First thing from the chat. Gorfenschmerz.
Oh my god, I hate that. Judging by Elward's expression, she doesn't find this vague argument very compelling.
I'm escaping right now. 10 minutes at a time. A couple hours when I'm drunk enough. Hours when I sleep. Escaping sucks bulge.
But what you're talking about isn't just temporary escape, it's going to a better world.
I don't believe you.
Wait, what?
I said I don't believe you. You're making promises you probably can't keep. Trust me, I know the vibe. So maybe just leave me alone?
But you're sure you can...
I said leave me the fuck alone!
Sorry for the ambulance in the background, by the way. We're at my place, which means the walls are as thin as fucking paper, so you will hear the entire street. Just be glad there's not some dude blasting bass.
Yeah, we're
outside
not
right now.
up on the 5th floor here, and we're facing the street, so we
Yeah,
get
I'm
a
on
lot
the
more
2nd
ambient
floor.
noise.
Also, my area is a lot louder than yours.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
on a
true.
commercial street. I'm on a busy commercial street.
Yeah,
which,
I'm on the street like one over from the commercial street.
Yeah, I like being on the commercial street because that means it's real well lit at night.
They installed new lights at my place.
It's
like
still fair-
bright ass
Oh.
new lights.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you haven't been there since they installed them, but they're like super bright.
Oh, okay, good. Because I always felt like your area was a little.
Nah,
dim.
they put these new like high intensity lights all around the entryway.
Oh, good gorf.
Dwarf the rust. As the conversation starts to wind down, it's becoming increasingly awkward. You're hoping that you'll get a good out when you see Wanchi poking her head in.
Hey, can we talk?
There's a nervousness in her voice that wasn't there before, a hesitation. You nod and grin. Of course you'd be happy to talk with her. Wanchi leads you back to another side room near the back of the cave that you haven't seen yet. The main defining feature is the large, clear pool in the middle of the room, lit dimly with a lantern suspended on an iron fixture. You can smell water in the room, that same kind of smell you associate with impending rain, but more minerally?
We'll be able to talk here without the others coming in, Uwu. We all agreed on that. If someone's by the pool, leave them alone.
Seems like a useful thing to have given the cramped living conditions, a place for folks to go and decompress.
Yeah, exactly. So...
She shifts and looks around nervously, edging closer to the water and glancing down at her reflection in the mirror-like surface.
I had some time to think about what you said. I don't know what to think, Uwu.
She doesn't know what to think about what.
It's only 2 sweeps until Ascension, and even less than that until Branya, Daria, and Lanera all get taken off-world. A lot less.
Even though you already knew that the 3 Jade Bloods were on Alternia, you still worry. It feels like they have the potential to go pretty far off-world when Ascension hits.
Yeah, probably the colonies. Far off-world.
Oh, look, it's the moon pool from Warrior Cats. I don't know. I read Warrior Cats when I was like 11. That was 14 years ago, and I don't remember anything. So, was this supposed to be based
No,
on the
this
moon
was
pool from Warrior
not
Cats?
based on any Warrior Cats thing. This is like the result of a combination of like set descriptions and the artist's interpretation without references to Warrior Cats. Wanchi's eyes are sparkling with the first glisten of tears, and you can tell from the way she's holding her lip that she's struggling not to cry.
If they go away, then it's my turn to run the caverns. Then it's my turn to go away.
I want to protect her.
You can't just stand here and look at her like this. She's just a teenager, and she's facing down the same thing as everyone else in this hell world. Okay, here's the decision. So we're gonna do the revolution choice. There's people who can help her.
Help me? How? Ooh. Wait a minute. You're talking about the rebels, aren't you?
Also, so the path you choose is what determines the name that her campaign is given.
Oh,
So
wait,
there's
really?
two separate like descriptions of the campaign for the 2 routes. There's no difference in the actual gameplay. It's just the
What's the
title
name
screen.
for the Salvation one that we're not gonna see?
They're Raid on the Hidden City.
Oh.
Or no, the Escape from the Hidden City is the Salvation.
Oh, so
Raid on
that's
the
the
Lost
one.
Monastery is the Revolution one.
Oh, because, yeah, whenever you tested it with me, it was Escape from the Hidden City.
Yeah. Yeah, I was using the Salvation route to test it.
Like the one Staria was talking to.
Well, yeah, the kind of people who could help a young Jadeblood disappear off the grid and avoid the fate she was assigned to. After that, who knows, but at least she'd be free to make her own decision about her life. Wanchi eyes you skeptically.
I don't know. I've gotta think about this. Ooh.
What's to think about? You're offering her a way out of her predicament.
I've just gotta think about it.
That's what I'm talking about with the Linera text.
That's Linera's fucking quirk.
Yeah.
Sorry. Didn't mean to yell at you like that. It's a lot to take in.
An extremely awkward silence creeps into the space between the two of you as you shuffle your feet and glance over at the single lantern keeping the room lit. Finally, Wanchi clears her throat.
Tell you what. Why don't you play a game with me?
If you had any hair, it would be standing on end. After our daughter's weird Saw-esque traps, you're not sure you want to just play a game with anyone.
God, it's not like that. It's a role-playing game I've been working on, Uwu. Lank and Elward play with me. I'm the dungeon master.
Oh, okay. That sounds fine. It's been a while since you've had a chance to hang out with a friend and who just wanted to play a good old-fashioned TTRPG. But wait a minute, this isn't Flarp, is it? Wanchi squints at you.
What's Flarp?
Okay, cool, never mind. Let's play a game.
I take it Flarp hasn't been invented yet.
Yeah, I'm choosing to interpret this as taking place like several hundred years before Homestuck, so no Flarp yet.
Yes, I know that Friendsim 2 is not on the same timeline as the progeny.
It'll give me some time to think about what you're saying. But, just a quick warning. This system's a little unbalanced, Uwu. I'm still working on it.
Wanchi smiles sheepishly and turns to head back toward the main room. Okay, this is going pretty well overall. This will give you a chance to learn more about what Wanchi's been up to lately. Maybe convince her to pick up what you're putting down, or something like that. And maybe this is your chance to get Lank and Elward to open up a little bit more. You know that you weren't the best friends with either of them, but maybe this is your chance. The table in the main room has been cleared out of all the books and food wrappers and other random junk. Instead, Wanchi has a cardboard game screen set up and a bunch of notebooks open, all full of neat, tightly packed handwriting.
Teresa October says, uh-oh, does Wanchi invent Flarp?
Oh god, no.
Okay,
Wanchi's
but
not.
what if this is the direct descent into Flarp? What if
God.
Wanchi is like the pioneer of
Wanchi's
TTRPGs?
Wanchi's janky ass D20 based system.
And then someone's like, oh, what if this had murder? And
Well,
that's
Flarp
how
has like a
happened.
bunch of weird mechanics that are like way too complicated. The game screen's face is decorated with a picture that you're pretty sure Wanchi drew herself. You had no idea she was such a talented visual artist.
Not like I've much to do but practice, Uwu.
As she sets the game up, Lank and Elward settle around the table, sitting next to each other. There's another seat there that's been left open for you, so you quickly plop yourself down next to Elward.
They didn't put
Hey,
Wanchi and
what's
Nepeta
up?
together because canon can't handle their power. Honestly, yeah. I feel like Wanchi would find Nepeta and like just start petting her. Because I mean, at this point, Wanchi's considerably older than Nepeta. So
Yeah.
if we were doing the Salvation route, she would get to the lock timeline.
Well,
she'd be like, "Oh my god, kitty!"
assuming, because it's been implied in our continuity that time is progressing in the lock timeline in a more or less parallel way. So the
Oh,
people
so
in the
when they
lock
get there,
timeline
it's
are
gonna
like
be like-
17 or 18 now.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Damn.
So it's been time in both universes. Yeah, one of the points was that MSPAR's ability to travel through time is fucked up. She's got another one of those cans of whatever it is next to her.
What did I say?
No drunk gaming. Well, what if I'm already drunk?
Do you want to take a penalty for inebriation in-game?
Elward straightens up and sets the can down on the ground under the table.
I'll be fine.
Lank taps his nails along the table impatiently as he glances between you and Elward.
You mentioned a brand new campaign, and I'm intrigued.
Huh. Never really figured Lank for being someone who's into stuff like role-playing games.
Oh, I like to roleplay plenty. Also, being stuck in a cave limits my recreational options, and this is important to Wenchi.
Before we get started, you should introduce your characters, Ulu.
Okay, but Lank's like fucking horny comment there.
Yeah.
I like to
Yeah, oh yeah, that
roleplay
was 100% on purpose. Yeah, you don't know anything about this game, setting, the world it's in, or even the basic gameplay systems being employed. Also, when you play this, if you beat this route, if you get either ending on any account that has the achievements, if the game detects you have one of those two achievements, some lines change to imply that MSPAR knows about the game system.
Oh, nice.
And also you get to play as either Lank or Elward's class if you want.
How can Elward straighten up if she's a lesbian?
Oh! So yeah, if you play this route again, like for those of you who are doing both playthroughs, your second playthrough you'll get to play as either the Bard or the Warlock, which are like extremely overpowered classes. With some unique abilities. Like, I put as much effort into those as I did into the main 3 playable classes, fully knowing that people aren't necessarily going to play this more than once.
Well, you'll figure it out as we play, Ulu. But this way, you'll learn about your adventuring party.
Of course, my character is known only as the Thespian, a warlock endowed with great and mysterious powers, escaped from the traveling circus that once held him prisoner.
Oh, he's definitely a lich.
He is not a lich.
Ah, sure. Anyway, I'm Elaine the Bard, former aristocrat turned swashbuckler. Served aboard a privateering ship until I took the fall for my captain's crimes. Big hit with the ladies.
Elward winks and you can see Lank rolling his eyes.
You kept trying to hit on the madame at the local brothel, until she turned you down for, what, the 5th time?
Actually, I broke up with her.
If,
The Broadway stuck reference.
if any of you are familiar with Broadway Stuck 2020, this is very much a reference to Broadway Stuck 2020, where the entire show, whenever anyone asks Elward about her relationship with Branya, she's like, I broke up with her, and then you get Elward's big dramatic song, and at the end, Branya's like, this is why I broke up with you.
Can you two stop it? It's time for our friend to join. Okay. The first thing you have to do is pick a character. Ooh.
Oh, are you going to be presented with a myriad of choices that appear meaningful initially, only to be revealed as a flimsy facade that hides the fact that the choices you make are an illusion designed to mask the lack of depth in the game system itself?
You get 3 choices.
Oh.
Why don't you pick one and I'll tell you about the class?
You stare at the character sheets, wondering which one you should choose. Also, I know you said you wanted to play as the ranger because of the cat, but we should probably play as the fighter or the wizard because the ranger is like the most tedious class to play as because it does so little damage. Probably the fighter would be the best choice.
You can show the image of Briscat afterwards.
I will show the image of Briscat afterwards. Alright, so we'll click on all these to learn about them. We'll do ranger first. That one has the aura of experience to them. Like they've been through a lot and lived to tell the tale.
That's the veteran.
Okay, that's definitely a Soldier Per Beast name.
No, it's not. What are you talking about, Uwu?
Sure. So what's their deal?
They're very experienced with plants and potions and stuff like that.
Okay, that does seem pretty handy. Thistletail, who doesn't even have a tail, is pretty good, and that whole potions thing seems handy. But maybe someone else would be even better.
So Thistletail is the cat?
No, it's just the name of the character.
Oh.
She gave them all, like, Soldier Per Beast
Of
names.
course.
The wizard. You like this tiny little fellow. What's their deal?
That's the great wizard, Greymane, Uwu. Well, they're more of a novice wizard, actually.
Okay, but what about their hat? You feel like the hat is really important here.
The hat isn't important. What's important is that they're very smart and know a bunch of cool spells.
Okay, spells are neat, and the hat is really compelling. Maybe someone else. You do like Greymane and that hat. But maybe one of the other. Okay, that's the same. Alright, the fighter. Damn, that one is big. Like, they're built like a fucking tank.
That's Scarflank the fighter. They're a veteran of the Psychic Wars.
They seem like they can both dish out and take a ton of damage. Plus, they seem like their brute strength would be useful for smashing things.
Yes, but that's basically all they're good at. Oh.
Yeah, let's go with the tanky fighter.
Oh, did they finally
doing the
settle
fight.
on a character?
Yeah, they're balanced out because you've got a pretty powerful magic user with Lank's character. You're a huge fighter named Scarflank. Apparently, you've got muscles.
The three
Of
classes
course.
be like she,
Well,
her,
at least
they,
you're a
them,
nice big
hat.
target.
Yes.
Cut it out already! Stay in character.
Yeah, if you play as the bard has, among other things, the ability to persuade enemies to fight for you, and the warlock has the ability to raise the dead, summon skeletons, and one of the most powerful area of effect attacks in the game. So they are slightly higher level, basically to make up for the kind of dumbass AI that I programmed.
I think he's always in character.
Says the woman who's been playing one of the most blatant self-inserts I've ever seen. How are things going with that Jade Blood madam again?
I told you, she broke up with me. Wait, fuck.
Stop it.
Fine.
Yes, matriarch.
Wanchi glares at the two of them for a minute before finally sighing, putting her hands up and glancing over at you.
You should name your character, though. Ooh, it'll help you get into the game more.
Okay, that sounds good, but wait, don't you get to assign stats or something? You're pretty sure that's a thing, right? Wanchi nods and hands you your character sheet. You're getting the feeling that you could reference the help screen during the game if you have questions about how to play. Alright,
Okay, so we know what we have to
yeah,
do.
so for those who haven't discovered it yet, there is an Easter egg in this game if you name your character Vriska, Vriska Circuit, or Vaska, and you'll see what it is. Okay, so we're fighter, and let's see. So these stats actually do matter. They are not just, like, for giggles. I'm gonna give them some more dexterity. That should be good. Alright, sure. And you list your skills, too. So, like, all of these are, like, real, actual things. Like, there's an actual TTRPG engine. You think that you've probably given this
Wait,
whole
if we're
character...
doing Brisky, you should have given them all the luck.
That's good, but also I want to be able to hit stuff.
That's
Although the luck scat actually does help with hit bonus a lot. I played with a high luck character once and it worked out pretty well. Yeah. So you're good with this character, right? They are perfect. You love them.
All right, Ulu. It's time to begin the epic quest I like to call the Raid on the Lost Monastery. Ulu. An adventure of plots and revolution, a quest to aid the rebellion against the mad tyrant Tizatrethus.
I'm so sorry for making the voice actor read that line. It's such a fucking tongue twister.
Well, this'll be a roaring adventure. Why, I haven't had one like this since I took the ship from the Empress's fleet.
Oh, so you are getting into this.
Shut up.
Our quest begins in a tavern. The party is sitting around after their last adventure.
So, the characters in the background here are, a lot of them are fan trolls, for, like, people involved in the game. I don't know if you can see okay, you can see my cursor. So, this is Bucky Grant's fan troll. This is, Hadamano's, fan character. This is the person who drew this art. This is Bree's fan troll. They are someone who's done some end cards for Volume 6, actually. This is Kim Quatch's fan troll. This is Hal Elson's fan troll. They are one of our VAs. This is Arrow Mantary's fan troll. They are one of our writers. This is Grimbo's fan troll. He's one of our VAs. Porum is to represent me.
I mean, that just straight up looks like you.
Yeah.
Like, at this point with your hair that long.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think the artist intentionally made the hair look more like
it's
mine.
got the eye swoop.
Yeah, exactly.
Porum doesn't actually have the eye swoop.
Porum doesn't have the eye swoop, but I do. And then the other fan trolls, I don't know if they're, like, representative of people that the artist knows or whatever, but, like, those are the ones that I'm aware of. Elaine the Bard and the Thespian sit together, exhausted after their exploits in the mines of the undying matriarch. Elaine sighs and leans heavily on the table.
Is there one quest we can go on that doesn't take place in a fucking cave? Or a mine? Or some kind of underground structure?
Well, that's where the best loot is. You there, don't you agree?
You look around quickly, certain that he's talking to someone who isn't you.
Art thou talking as to me?
So if you name your character something other than Vriska, the class you play as determines your voice. I did 3 distinct voices for the characters. Now if you name yourself Vriska, you get this.
And I wonder who voices Vriska.
Anna did Vriska's voice, and the artist did Vriska variants of literally every class, including the 2, secret ones.
And if you do the ranger, the cat's head.
The cat's head is Vriska!
The cat's head is Vriska!
It's so ridiculous.
Why are they talking like that?
Dost thou have a problem with how I talk? Forsooth.
Elaine rolls her eyes and turns to look back at the Thespian, whose eyes remain hooded in the deep shadows of his cloak.
Our new companion might be a tad bit odd, but we'll be needing them soon. We still owe the council a lot for their help the last time.
Someone says, is that Porum? Oh my god, befriend us. Actually, in this case, Porum is to represent me, but yeah, sure. I mean, we have a lot of befriend us team members, and I'm, friends with their director and stuff, so yeah. That one sends a shiver down your spine, and you sit back from the table for a minute before you realize that this is just a coincidence, right? Elaine is already distracted, glancing toward the bronze blood maiden who's singing in the cavern this evening.
I know not whyest I'm here, but thou must know that I am ready for adventure.
Huh.
Distracted by the bronze beauty up on the stage, Elaine is barely listening to Vriska. She's obviously enraptured.
Oh, shut up. You're making me sound so damn thirsty.
Isn't that kind of Elaine's defining character?
Shut the fuck up. Elaine's got a complicated backstory. Besides, we agreed to keep all of this tea rated so things didn't get weird for grub size there.
She grins and shuffles some papers around behind her DM screen.
I'm just messing with you, Ulu. You there. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna check on them. Can you go meet them? You're wearing my clothes than I am.
Wait, are they here?
Yeah.
Oh, did you just get a...
Just now.
Okay. 1 second, we're getting typing. We'll eat it afterwards.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, no.
harder to-
That's I don't know. Yeah. Where's your bag? I don't see it. Oh shit. Oh. Oh, here it is.
Oh, shit.
Flashlight's on. You might want to turn that off. So yeah, while I'm waiting for Anna to get back, the background, all of the tabletop RPG backgrounds were done by a different artist, so than the main backgrounds, along with all these sprites, and for a long time they were placeholder images because, the art was being worked on, and then I got a whole bunch of art really, really quickly, and it all came together really nicely, so this whole sequence looks really, really cool. Also, for those of you who have played this, the sprite, the MSPA, the MSPA style sprites were done with Popo Mary Gams's doll maker. So very, very useful, very cool piece of stuff. You got it? Alright, dope. I was just talking about the doll maker sprites and the background art and stuff.
I love having done all the old-timey
The fucking
speaking
bullshit old-timey speech. All of which are lines I read 3 times. Alright, Hannah's back, so we're gonna do the thing.
Plot twist, MSPAR was never real to begin with. They've always just been Vriska in disguise this whole time.
Oh, that's
Why do you think they
horrible. I hate
The
that.
Vriskification of MSPAR.
Alright.
Mispska.
Oh my god. Alright, what do you want to do? These two have a gameplay effect, but it's not, like, particularly major, so... it's just what... You get to pick 2 of them on this difficulty. Talking to the party, I don't think has any effect. It's just dialogue.
I feel like talking to the party might, like, affect our relationship with the characters.
It doesn't, but
Oh.
I will choose it anyway. It's just fun dialogue. Vriska decides to strike up a lively conversation with the party to get to know their new traveling companions a bit better.
You there. How farest thou both?
I really wish you'd stop talking like that.
What? You're just getting into character?
Ugh, fine. I don't entirely trust you. After all, you've returned to our party after what, over 2 sweeps away? A lot can happen in 2 sweeps, don't you agree, Elaine?
Sadly, Elaine was distracted by her painfully obvious interest in the bronze blood on the stage. Elward rolls her eyes but doesn't say anything. She looks back quickly, a devil-may-care grin on her face.
Look, sometimes you gotta take a risk, right? I'm sure it's fine.
Wait, but the
I will
bronze...
try to assist thou both with honor and dignity befitting my station.
What?
There isn't even a bronze blood
No,
on the
the background was done without regard for that.
Maybe there's another stage.
There's
And
another
Chixie's,
stage.
Uh,
Yeah.
Chixie's Sona is on that.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure you will.
His voice is sarcastic, but you detect the slightest trace of a smile on Mike's face.
Okay, Commander N says look around ye of tavern.
Okay. Vriska decides to get up and stretch their legs, looking carefully around the tavern for anything that they might be able to use to their advantage. So both of these actually have, like, a skill check in the middle that determines whether or not you get, like, I think it's an initiative bonus in combat.
Where are you going?
Worry not, fair lass. I will speak but a moment.
That didn't answer my question at all.
Elward's terrible British accent.
It's
I
the
love
terrible,
it.
inconsistent British accent. But the VAs were basically told, like, this is the section where you're in character. Just do, like, a ridiculous accent. I don't care. Breaking away from the main party, you make a slow circuit of the tavern, keeping your eyes open for any potential problems or opportunities. You lumber about, the noises of the tavern washing over you, the sounds of people talking everywhere, the bronze blood singing on stage, and the roar of your own blood in your ears. But suddenly, over it all, you notice something else. A group of scoundrels sitting in a corner seem to have taken notice of your party and are gesturing and talking in hushed voices. You can't quite make out what they're saying, but you feel like you should warn the others to be on their guard.
Are you done fucking around now?
I agree. We've got work to do and time is running short.
Very well. I hath sufficiently prepared my body and mind for the tasks ahead.
Have you?
Aye, indeed I have.
Sure, let's go with that. Let's go over what our mysterious benefactor in the council gave us.
Nodding, Elaine sets a roll of parchment on the table and unfurls it.
This is everything we've got. Not much, but it should be enough to get started on.
To the north of the town, nestled deep in the forest, is a monastery that's rumored to be working against the Mad Emperor God, that is hard to say. Tizitrethus. They've put out a call to any adventuring parties nearby who are willing to help.
Okay, but, like, why are we bothering? We're more of a profit-motivated party, you know?
I would imagine it has to do with the handsome bounty the council has placed on the Mad Emperor.
Exactly. There's a huge bounty, and all you need to do is go help some cloistered jades fight against an unfathomably huge empire.
Well, sounds like we'll have our work cut out for us.
Yeah, no shit.
We should get some rest. We leave first thing in the evening.
God, guess I'm sleeping alone again today.
Yeah, well, whose fault is that?
Shut the fuck up, Link.
I don't know who informed you that was my name. I am known only as the Thespian.
Fuck off.
The party leaves the tavern before dawn the next day and travels miles to the north toward their final destination. Finally, they arrive inside the Grand Labyrinth, walking...
Wait a minute. You didn't draw anything for this?
No. Why would I, Ulu?
Well, I just thought maybe it would help with the whole immersion.
You can't help but notice that Link actually sounds genuinely disappointed by this.
Shut up! Drawing is a lot of work!
Can we just play the game?
Fine.
Anyway, our party ventures deep into the maze of the underground structure, the sense of weight overhead bearing down and pressing in on them. Suddenly, Vriska turns their head.
What's going on?
We aren't not alone in here.
You sure about that? Yeah, there's definitely someone here.
All of a sudden, 3 powerful ancient warlocks appear out of the shadows, their eyes glowing red with hatred. The party readies themselves for combat. I'm not gonna read all of the, flavor text for the RPG.
Do they all look like Lang?
Yes!
You just made, 3 evil Lang.
You fight one of them that's actually beatable if you fail the first puzzle. Alright, so it doesn't matter what we do, your chances of surviving this fight are 0! You always die, they're heavily stacked against you.
I guess you're all on your own for a while.
Lol, shit luck, I guess.
There we go. Yeah, the game, in order to make sure you lose it, it adds 50 damage to each hit. Makes it much easier for them to hit, and also it just fails after 10 turns. Why is this happening to you?
Hey, Grub Size, quick question. What the fuck?
What's wrong, Ulu?
There's no fucking way we could have won that.
She's right. Even in terms of random chance, we should have done better.
If the game is, if the TTRPG section is, tedious and too hard, if you put it on story only, it, massively advantages the party. It adds a bunch of damage, it makes it way easier to hit. You can basically just blast through it. Also, if you're playing as the Ranger, sorry, you unlocked the secret extra hard mode. That character class is just harder to play as, because they don't have any, major spells. They have, support spells, which are nice, but also, yeah, they don't have any damage, major damage output stuff. Oh, is that why you died so quickly? You were sure that was just because, you were just terrible at games.
That remains to be seen.
Fine, I'll fix it. Hold on, Ulu.
And this song is something that Anna did for
I did this
a
for my film
class.
scoring class. Actually, if you go on my Twitter and look at the pinned tweet, that is my composition demo reel. This is the first song on it. It was a piece that I did for it's scored input from Mad Max, and it has been renamed Join the Skeleton War, because you're fighting skeletons while you do it. While you listen to it.
Oh, we got our achievement for critical success.
Oh, we are
The secret of achievement is for MSPAR rolling a natural 20.
Art style for the sprites.
Yeah, they're very good. Hadamanu did a really good job on these. Yeah, originally, so I was trying to figure out ways to give this more of a sense of being like engaging. So like it didn't originally have sound effects. The sprites didn't move around originally, and all the visual effects for the attacks and stuff I added. I spent like basically just 2 evenings like just doing that.
Oh, you spent so much time.
I mean, on the visual effects alone, yeah. Oh no, I spent like a month and a half writing this thing. There we go. And so your party is victorious over the foes that now lie dead on the ground before you. Truly, it is a day of great triumph.
We're so fucking good at this game.
I just want you to have fun, Uwu.
Well, I'm having fun when I'm good at this game.
Not fights. I'm just reading the comments. The death sound. Yeah, the sound effects are like basically like public domain scream, but I pitched it up for the female characters.
Wait, I thought the was one that you recorded.
No, that's one that I got off of like
Oh,
freesound.org. She sounds so similar to another cerulean, you know, when she says that.
Briscoe.
Those end bits are randomized. There's like 4 or 5 different like ending speeches you can get. The party ventures further into the dungeon, careful about encountering another ambush. They travel in silence, worried that the conversation will stir up the monsters that are apparently here.
Are there not supposed to be living people here as well?
It appears that isn't the case.
Before you sits a door.
I'm gonna open the door.
Elaine tries in vain to open the door, but none of her efforts even budge it.
Stand aside. I'll attend to this.
The thespian steps up and tries to examine the door, only to find it locked by a powerful magic. The kind of magic that you're sure will be impenetrable. Next to the door, there is a series of sliding tiles. Vriska glances at the puzzle.
A simple enough contraption, I art sure. Verily, it must attach to the door.
Not so fast. There's a note.
Elaine takes a piece of parchment next to the puzzle and skims down it. If thou must continue, solve this true, in 10 turns, or it endeth you. At some point, these were going to be, like, puzzles you actually do, but, like, I didn't feel like implementing that. So it's just skill checks. Oh, okay, yeah, it seems like you need to solve the tile puzzle.
A task fit for a veritable child.
Roll for knowledge and dexterity.
Sadly, your attempts to solve the puzzle are in vain. Oh, cool, we get to fight the warlock. Somewhere from deep in the caverns, you hear the sound of laughter? That one is me.
Yeah, I can hear that.
Well, shit.
What's that?
The pillow's very
Oh no.
It's
Alright,
the evil
Vriska.
fucking skeleton.
I know. That's what I was talking about with the light popping outside the bottom. One of the weirdly challenging things about this was getting the sprites to position correctly. Like, there were all these, like, weird little, like, quirks of how it actually positions them that wasn't working correctly for the longest time. Alright, Vriska, let's do it. There we go. Oh, that went really well.
Hell yeah! Time for more treasure!
Actually, I never got that done. Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Somewhere behind the door, a hidden latch clicks into place, and the door swings open, revealing darkness beyond. Elaine steps forward first, pushing past the Thespian and Vriska.
Look, we've obviously been tricked into coming here, and I want to know who tricked us. So I'm gonna figure out what the fuck is going on. So, we've got to get to the center of this.
I do not think this is how this works. We should return it to town and regroup.
No, fuck that.
Elaine steps into the darkness. Not wanting to abandon their party member, Vriska follows closely with the Thespian at their heels.
I don't like this at all. This whole place has an evil feel to it, like it's being influenced by someone beyond our reckoning.
Trust me, I knoweth the feeling.
One wishes they'd stayed behind in the warmth of the caverns sometimes.
I thought Elaine mentioned that thous were from the Wizard's Tower, to the north.
Elaine clears his throat nervously.
Of course, I must have misspoken.
Up ahead.
Wait, you know what I just realized? MSPAR's Vriska voice in this volume is technically a canon MSPAR voice, so we technically got a canon voice for Reader Shop. Well, there's also...
Well, you've got 3 others, yeah, so if you pick the 3 classes, there's 3 different voices for them.
So, MSPAR is just very, very, very good at imitating their dear friend Vriska.
Yeah. Up ahead, you can see Elaine, standing completely still. As you approach, she hisses under her breath.
Stop! We're not alone!
Off to the side, you can see the silhouettes of bandits surrounding the party. Vriska brings a hand slowly to their weapon.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. My boys have their arrows trained on your throat.
The Bandit Queen also has Vriska's voice.
That was the original thing. The Vriska Easter egg is something I added, very
A week
late in the
ago.
process.
Like,
Yeah, I
literally
was
a
like,
week
this
ago.
would be funny. Let's create a bunch of art assets and full voice acting for it.
But yeah, the Bandit Queen months ago.
Yeah, that was
Voice.
supposed to be Vriska all along. Out of the shadows, the bandit leader strides forward. She's wearing hardened leather armor and carrying a long sword. Elaine looks up and down at the bandits approvingly.
Hey there.
You shut up! We know why you're here. The treasure you're carrying. Sadly, I believe you were misinformed, fair lass. Shut up!
Alright. Want to try to do Vriska talking to Vriska?
Yes.
We're probably gonna fail this roll because your charisma sucks, but we'll try it anyway. Vriska strikes a confident pose and begins to talk, attempting to be as menacing as possible.
Thou art a buttface. That's enough of this bullshit.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Boys, take him out.
Wait.
Wait? For what? Sounds like a dead woman's trying to talk to me.
I mean, it's a pretty good fight, so
Also, you can probably tell, maybe you can't over the stream, but if you play it, you can probably tell that I recorded the Bandit Queen in a different space than I did the Vriska lines. I recorded the Vriska lines in my own booth, which is not nearly as crispy and perfect as Janaya's.
the fucking so for the bad version of your party, the definitely Alicia Casey, the bad L-word looks kind of like the Vriska parentheses Vriska, and if you're playing as a MSPAR, you'll get a version of your character that has a shadowed face. If you're playing as Vriska, you just literally get Vriska. It's
Because
just the
Vriska's
same.
just the evil version
Yeah,
of
it's just the
herself.
same character. All right, let's do this.
Oh, so the Bandit Queen is literally just L-word?
Yeah, it has L-word's class. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Bandit Queen. So it's always going to be Elward and Lank's class, and then the third one is whatever MSPAR is, including if they're also a bandit or a warlock. So you have the potential to fight 2 warlocks, which is not fun.
So was Elward about to flirt with herself?
I mean, it's a character who's not actually Elward.
Elward was about to flirt with herself.
Yes, or Vriska. I don't know. Alright, let's focus on the ledge. See, he can revive people. The game system is not like super well balanced, but there is a certain like rock paper scissors where physical characters tend to be better at attacking magical characters and vice versa. There we go.
Casey left.
Yeah. Decrease their defense again. Which of these is Rallying Cry? I think is if you're playing as the ranger, you have a skill called Insight that like allows you to see the enemy's health. That skill where Elward is increasing their luck of the party is.
So you really appreciate Time's Apprentice. My dear servant, eyes so green and pure, lost in the ocean, wondering what is.
Alright, now we just gotta kill the fighter.
Die, die.
So I don't know if anyone's like noticed this, but so if you're having trouble hitting an enemy, if you keep trying to hit the same enemy with the same attack, you'll get a bonus to hit every time.
Oh, really?
Like it's because I noticed that like some enemies are very hard to hit, and you just like it's not fun to just keep cycling again and again. So it'll keep building up a bonus until you switch targets, switch attacks, or hit them. So like, if I had missed that one, the next attack would be +1, the next attack would be +2, etc. That doesn't apply to the enemies unless you're playing on hard mode. It applies to you and it applies to your party. So like my next attack is There we go. They're dead.
I just want you to.
Well. Hey, Grub Size, this is a pretty good run so far, but how about we get a chance to breathe?
Do you want to like go really quick?
Are you feeling hungry?
Actually, I'm not really.
I'm in extreme pain, so I don't
Okay.
think food is gonna save
All right,
me.
I'm more
I mean,
worried
if
about it
you're-
just getting cold, but
If you're hungry,
I'm not.
we can have a chat.
I just don't want it to get cold. Especially mine, because mine is like fried stuff.
Wow, this one is absolutely amazing. Like, seriously, y'all did a bang-up job with this one. It really feels like it's an actual RPG.
So it is actually an actual RPG. Like there is an actual system with like AI and stuff.
Indeed, it has. A weariness that seeps to our very bones.
Suddenly, you find the path blocked by a gelatinous mass bearing the remains of previous adventuring parties.
Evil cubes.
Silently, you glance at each other, certain that this is funneling you into a trap of some kind. The further you walk, the darker and more cold it becomes. You get the feeling that something lies in wait up ahead. Something one. So she can win them over to help you.
Oh, I love that. Oh no, evil Minecraft. Yeah.
And we win!
Yay!
It's technically possible to do a lot of the game as a pacifist if you play as Elaine's character, because you can the winning them over is usually successful, except some enemies are immune to it. So like you can't win over like the evil warlock. Or
Can you win over the bandit queen?
No, the only members of the party that are vulnerable to that are the wizard and the fighter. Yeah.
Huh. Even Elward proved to be useful there.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Like you're doing more than sitting there looking ominous.
Someone's got to do it.
Alright, I'm actually gonna go just like eat something real quick because I don't want it to get like completely soggy and
Okay, while you eat, I'm gonna keep the stream company.
I'm walking waters.
Some of the skeletons kind of look like sands of papyrus. Well, I guess that makes it even more of a pacifist
I
route.
should have made it so that like there was like a 1 in 1,000 chance that it gets replaced with sand.
Oh my god.
That would have been like...
Sand sim. Hive swap sand sim. So, yeah. Junaya's gonna quickly shove some things in her mouth. Not over to Aurora calling them a filthy band of rebels. God forbid they're cute. They're so cute, this is so the whore. Yeah, honestly. Tagora needs to be with his tampering equipment, or else he will suffer so greatly. I can't do Tagora's voice at all. I try to copy Janaya's Tagora, but nobody else can do Janaya's Tagora. So yeah, what's up with you guys? How's life faring for y'all? Oh no, we just dropped like 5 people. No. Whatever. A bunch of people are still watching this. To yourself. That sounds disgusting. I can't believe you drank as much of it as you did. You deserve a nice glass of clean, fresh water. Or like, yeah, some juice. Go get yourself some orange juice. Be happy. Don't drink things that make you sad. Oh, I'm so glad you like this route. This route is so cool. And Janai did it real quick. Like, really quick. She is a fucking coding genius. I don't know why she fell for me when she's as cool as she is. Like, she's so fucking cool. Yeah, and I actually don't know exactly how the route ends because I've only seen the parts that Janaya was like testing with the game mechanics and all that. And the Vriska. She showed me the Vriska parts many times, but I haven't actually seen the rest of it, so I am interested to see how this ends. I think you're all gonna really enjoy next volume 2, and I'm not spoiling anything, but you're all going to be very impressed with volume 7 when that comes around. mic sounds with my legs brushing up against the mic cable. I don't want to be making any weird mic sounds, but also I want to prop up my legs, so... Oh, so, as usual, me and Janaya are going to stream Volume 6 when it comes out. It's coming out a little early because she's getting surgery when it would normally come out. I am so happy for her. But we're also going to do another stream in September. A new stream series. We're going to stream the entirety of the Progeny trilogy. All 3 books. Well, the original Progeny is more of like a novella. It's not that long. But Janaya's are novel length. We're going to stream reading the entire Progeny everything. And if you show up to that, we're going to be setting some monetary rewards for like people donate money. We're going to release something that was not meant to be seen by human eyes. We'll tell you more about that when that comes around. Making strawberry milk instead? Yes. Do that, please. Give yourself something that tastes good to drink. Thank you for enjoying this, A Silly Small. We've really enjoyed putting it together. It's insane how much work Janaya has put into this. It's insane how much work all the artists have put into this. It's like... It's a child. It's a child that all, fuck, I don't know how many people we have, but we've got, like, close to 100 contributors, I'm pretty sure. It's our collective baby that we've all helped raise. But yeah, September, maybe not the 19th exactly, but, like, around September 19th, expect some fun streams on my channel. Get excited. Nice.
It's fried foods.
Of course.
It's like mining out the soggy years later.
Well, yeah, it's just soup.
I heard you telling people about the Progeny story.
Yes.
Also heard my name being mentioned, but I couldn't tell what you were saying about me.
Oh, is that you're really, really fucking good at coding?
Aww. Thank you. It's really nice of you.
Baby MSPAR cat. MSPAR will not be... Oh, wait, oh, that's actually really cute.
What?
I was saying how this game is basically the collective child of every person on the team, and Mary says baby MSPAR cat.
Oh my god. Priona's already named for the grub.
Yeah! That's still so adorable. Shania named her cat after the grub that lives in Branya's pocket.
Branya's pocket grub is Priona Libica, which is my cat's name. The cat is named for the grub. This is important, not the other way around.
Yeah, we named the grub before Janaya got the cat.
Alright.
Priona is a very good kitty, though. Also, she's a naughty kitty.
She's a very naughty kitty. Just looking at
She's always damp.
the filthy band of rebels. Yeah, that like whenever possible, because like a lot of these routes are at least being planned concurrently, I try to like stick foreshadowing and like references in earlier. You know, for fun. Alright. Because you feel what you can feel what lurks in the heart of the dungeon. Something stirring that cannot be allowed to awaken. Something that needs to be destroyed.
Can we check for monsters? I feel like we're going to get ourselves killed if we try to do this without resting.
Sure. You don't notice any signs of monsters nearby.
Well then, we're setting up camp.
This is another song that Anna did for something else that was reused.
This was for a game that I was commissioned to write, but the thing is, it was a passion project that a guy was making, and then the pandemic hit, and he lost he lost interest in the project, and I was just like overwhelmed emotionally from pandemic stuff, and we both stopped working on it, and I never got paid. So now Janaya is using it, and she paid me by buying me Thai food.
Yeah.
Or, continuously pays me by buying me Thai food, as she does all the time.
Oh my god.
Speaking about that, I actually have to pay back for the Thai food.
Yeah, just if you get a chance. The party finds a secluded spot free of danger and sets up their bedrolls and lights a fire to help ward off the darkness and the monsters beyond it. As soon as camp is set up, Elaine immediately curls up in her bedroll and begins snoring. The thespian and Vriska sit up, staring into the darkness beyond the light of the campfire.
Thou lookest like a man with something on his mind.
You could say that, yes?
Dost thou wishest to talk about it? I can lend an ear, if nothing else.
The girlfriend tax. The thespian bows his head, casting a heavy shadow across his face. Alright, what do you want? What do you want to ask? I think it lets you do most of them, but I think it does cut off eventually. Also, technically, so between this and when you're talking to Lank before, it is possible to piss him off enough that he won't fight with you in the final battle. Like, he abandons you. It's fairly hard to get that outcome, but it is there.
I don't want to piss them off. I want to be nice to everyone.
It's not hard not to piss him off. Which one do you want to pick?
What is he doing with Elaine?
Not to give offense, but thou seem like odd fellows.
Because she prefers the company of women?
That was not what I was implying. More so that thou and her are so different, personally.
Well, sometimes circumstances force one to associate with those you normally might not. Besides, I've become somewhat fond of her company over the time we've spent adventuring together.
Lol, that's cute.
Oh, shut up. You're interrupting my flow.
It's making me put it as an item or service because your PayPal is your old crossbow business.
What? It should... just send it Venmo. You can Venmo it to me.
Okay.
Because I got it set up to a link to my bank account. That's fucking dumb. I can't change that, by the way.
Damn.
Yeah, they don't let you change your tag.
Well, maybe you need a new PayPal.
I don't want to make a whole new PayPal. It's a pain in the ass.
Wouldn't it be easier to have a personal one, though?
That's all... I mean, it was my personal one. It's linked to my personal email, too.
Oh, huh.
I suppose I had not thought of it like that.
Slowly, the thespian nods and taps his index finger against the side of his chin. A rhythmic gesture you're not even sure he's aware of.
Circumstances often force us to adapt what we think.
Alright, what now?
Let's see what the chat thinks. Have they said anything? Nobody has suggested anything in the chat.
Lank's homophobic.
How does he feel about you?
Are you always this vague with your traveling companions?
It is not mine intention to be vague, only to knowest more about where I stand with this party.
The thespian shrugs and bows his head. Wait, wasn't he just bowing his head a second ago?
Look, do you want to tell the story? Ooh.
Okay, fine. You can't read the thespian's expression in the shadows.
If I hath offended thee, then I apologize.
Not that. It's just that I barely know you. Why should I trust you?
Do you guys have a wish list or anything to go towards? We don't have anything like that.
I try my hardest to never use Amazon because they're evil. So, yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Don't give us your.
If you
Amazon
have money and want to support the team,
if you want to send money, send us money.
Yeah,
because I don't like things.
If you want to support the team directly, if you send me money on Ko-fi, that goes right to the team because I'm the one that's funding this. And if you want to support the artists, commission them.
Honestly, yeah, my commissions are open.
Yeah,
if you want a theme for your favorite character or your OC or something, I take commissions.
Yeah, pretty much every artist in the team, with a couple of exceptions, has commissions open. So.
Also, I opened this years ago and no one has ever taken me up on the offer. But if you send me a $3 Ko-fi, I will record anything you want in any voice I do. You know?
One line.
Couple lines.
You should do one line. That's a standard rate for
$3 for a line seems
for
like
a line.
I'll record a paragraph, a small paragraph.
What should we choose? These are your two choices about why why they should trust you.
I think you should say because you're trustworthy.
Neither of these is the best choice.
Oh, did we fuck up?
No, it depends on your stats. So like your
Oh.
charisma and knowledge are low, so you get like the less great.
And now you're
choices.
just arguing in circles. I hope you didn't think you were going to win in a linguistic
this
sparring
does have
match
the
against
pun.
someone called
Oh, good.
the Thespian.
I thought Elaine was the thespian of the party.
No, you idiot, that's... Oh, by all the gods of hell itself, I don't even know if you're being serious or if you're really that stupid.
Alright, what should we ask now?
What do you think we need to learn about? Because you know what the
I mean, all of these are kind of like general information about, like, he's really talking about himself. So if you want to know more about how he feels about L-Word, or if you want to know more about, like, his backstory.
I feel like we should learn about some of the Jades.
What do you mean by that?
His tone is heavy with suspicion. Originally, like his home. From the way the Thespian stiffens up as soon as the question leaves your mouth, you're guessing that wasn't the best choice in terms of conversation topics. Oh, excuse me. Okay, we did. Hiccups.
If I hath offended,
As far as I'm concerned, there's a wall there in my past, stretching to infinity in every direction and erected long before you and I first met. Those who've seen what lay before it would be wise to forget everything they saw, and the rest will never see.
How does he feel about Elaine? The Thespian doesn't respond at first, but you can see the way his eyebrows knit up under the edge of his hood.
That is a complicated question.
so thou wishest not to speak of it?
Not that, just she's not the kind of person I was originally encouraged to associate with.
Yet every Jade blood somehow does.
Yeah. You notice that Lank's face has a kind of faraway look as he trails off.
Hey, you good?
Lank blinks and suddenly his expression is back to the normal, detached way he always seems to look.
When I was undergoing my wizard training, that is.
Of course, but we oft find ourselves traveling with those we don't expect.
Indeed. And I'll admit that Elaine has proven to be quite a steadfast companion. I'm loath to admit it, but we have much more in common than I first thought.
The Thespian smiles slowly and nods to Vriska.
I just have to mention, we've gotten 69 views.
Nice! I'm totally trustworthy, Lank.
Who knows?
In all honesty, I was hoping that thou wouldst.
Well, I don't. I'm just as much in the dark as any of the rest of you. You think my experiences in the tower makes things any different?
It was just that thou hast such a worldly air about thee.
Yeah, well, ask Elaine about hiding insecurities behind a worldly air.
Oh, no.
Hey, what the fuck does that mean?
I
Don't
took-
metagame, Elle. Your character's asleep.
Oh no, I took a potion of dye. Uh-oh. Please don't, get really sick because of that shot.
I think what lies ahead is we do our best to survive the moment, then go from there.
Sleep comes uneasy, but you finally drift off. Your dreams are haunted by the ghostly images of a man you're not sure you've ever met who makes you impossible promises. Fortunately, Vriska is able to rest well enough and awaken before the rest of the party. They quickly begin making preparations for the battle ahead. In the distance, you hear something massive moving in the dungeon. Something deep and ancient and very, very hungry.
Wait, do you know
I
if
are
this
getting
how I
a
felt
bad feeling
conversation
about
was
this.
That's in the end.
over? Oh.
Yeah, that's completely optional. If you don't talk to her first, she leaves before you get a chance to, but we'll talk to her.
Nice.
Yeah, no shit.
Slowly, the sound of something impossibly massive rolls through the tunnels, somehow too big for the space, yet able to move freely. And all at once, it's upon you.
Wait, you're not even gonna describe it?
It's so horrible that words can't describe it. Woo!
Yeah, not gonna lie, that feels like you didn't have time to draw it yet.
Fuck the
It's not
The
that.
scribbled,
I
yeah.
couldn't. I'm not good enough at drawing to make it look terrifying enough. So just imagine it. Woo.
Ugh, fine. Let's do this.
That's so cute.
Oh boy, man-made horror is beyond my comprehension.
Nice, I got rid of the Shadow Magician.
Evil. It's Andrew Hussey himself. So horrifying. You should have just put a picture of us.
Oh my god.
Picture of Hussey.
The author Sona.
No, actual Hussey.
Oh,
and then
actual
deep fried
Hussey.
the picture. So
Oh
it's
my
like
god. Oh, so Elaine, it is immune. It's immune to being persuaded,
Damn.
but it's not immune to being flirted with. So you can flirt with it. The flirting basically makes the character stunned for like 3 turns or 2 turns or something like that. Also, if you win a fight with 2 party members dead, you'll get a different set of dialogues at the end.
Oh.
Like there's another set of like 3 or 4 that are based on the party members being like you barely having won the battle. The main party members only. It doesn't care about whether or not the skeletons or allies got killed. Well, that's alright.
Better luck next time, I
The
suppose.
fighter is pretty fucking durable.
So, if the characters die on the earlier battles, do you still
You get the bad ending council section. So,
but like not if everyone dies, but like if like Lank died in the Bandit Queen battle, would Lank just not?
oh no, it doesn't matter. They get revived before the next battle. Yeah, no, the game completely resets everything between them because otherwise that would be like incredibly not fun. Also, I guess we're not getting. I'm not gonna throw the fight just to get the like bad ending when you lose the tabletop. Basically, MSPAR decides to wander into the city prematurely and gets lost, and that's a bad ending. That's the.
Eri is really drunk.
Monty's drunk that terrifying monster is the stuff of pure
That is
kawaii-ness.
that is the piece of art that I contributed.
Yeah.
I drew that and I did the little doll maker sprites using the doll maker.
And like all of the visual effects.
Yes, and all the visual effects.
I watched you make them.
You did watch me make them. If you see it say the fizzled and failed message for spells, that means that the AI has decided to try to make an attack that it can't actually do. Because there's a last minute check to see if it has enough magic points. And if it doesn't, it gives you that. Probably close to being done. Also, if the AI tries that and it fails, it'll not try it again. Because that would be super fucking annoying. Let's just fucking I think it's running low on magic points.
Well then, you are very talented the great artists of the 21st century.
Oh, we killed it.
Oh,
Sound play. This is pretty loud. With a grunt. Oh, yeah, that's the generic death message. And so your party. Oh, yeah, that's also generic.
I just want you to.
Well,
As the creature dies, it lets out a shout that seems to reverberate through the entirety of the underground. It fades quickly, and you're not even sure if it was real in the first place. But the wounds you carry suggest otherwise. You return to the camp to rest, heal, and prepare to make your way out of the dungeon.
hey, real quick, how much longer are you planning to go here?
I don't know. I had another set of encounters planned, Dulu.
Okay, cool. But I need to go finish something up, okay? Maybe do this later.
I guess that's okay.
Well, you certainly put a lot of effort in that story.
Yeah, she really did. Wanji grins bashfully and looks down at the ground.
Thanks. I got some help from Daria. They said it was good.
So, interesting little tidbit, which you may or may not notice if you pay attention to the dialogue. So Daria just like, I wanted different characters to be like different, levels of consistency with that.
Okay, cool.
Are there other
I'm
characters
gonna
that
go
got
now.
those,
I think we have Hide. I think.
But like, are there other characters that refer to Daria?
Oh no! Those are the only. Those I think Wanchi's the only one that consistently uses they them. But like also, I think the only other character that refers to Daria much is Tizius.
And I didn't know about the Chide until after I read
I mean,
Tizius out, so...
yeah. I mean, I didn't put it into the script. Like, okay, so Tizius also uses she.
Automatic emotes are the worst, and that's why I always put 2 parentheses in my smiley faces, so I never have emojis happen.
Who goes by Hide? I don't I think Amicia does. I think Amicia is actually Hide. I'm pretty sure. There's another character that it might be, but I think they'd be a spoiler character. Actually, let me. No, wait. They don't have a profile. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's Amicia.
I guess I should probably get ready to go back to the caverns. Ooh, it'll be night soon. When it gets dark, I'll take you to the Jade Caverns, like I promised.
Wanchi waves briefly and disappears into some room within the cave that you don't think you had a chance to see in this particular part of the journey. It's okay, sometimes stuff happens off screen. Well, just you and Lank, right?
I suppose. Actually, I have some things I want to think about. If you really want to talk to me, I'll be reflecting in the only room appropriate for such tasks.
So we're gonna go. And once more, you're left by yourself. You guess that neither Elward nor Lank specifically holds you not to talk to them, which is basically as good as permission, right? So we're gonna talk to Elward, because that is the... You get more backstory. That if you don't talk to Elward at this moment, she'll leave before you get a chance to. This has an effect on like 2 more volumes. Although not a major effect. Talk to Elward.
Question, is Karako she, they, or she, her? I'm pretty sure Karako she, her, right?
Karako is she, her.
Lift up the couch to find a cat? Aww! Show us the cat. We want to see the cat. I want to see the cat.
Kitties. They're babies.
If I wasn't so allergic to them, I'd bring Milo in here and show him to all you. But Milo isn't even my cat, so like... But he's a good boy.
You decide that maybe it would be a good idea to check in on Elward. She doesn't seem like she's in the best place right now, and she could definitely use a friend. Fortunately, you know exactly where she is. Elward is hard at work in the middle of the room, putting the final touches on her repair work.
Why are you narrating out loud again? If you want to talk, we can just fucking talk.
You walk over and sit down next to Elward. She wipes her forehead and grunts at you. Not exactly friendly, but not exactly unfriendly.
What? What is it?
Is she okay? Elward doesn't respond. Instead, she keeps tinkering with the motorcycle. At this point, it looks like she's just wasting time more than anything else. Did you hear your question?
Of course I fucking heard you.
It's the line where Lank comments on the fact that it's not a cocktail, or did you not put that in?
I don't think I put that in.
Oh, damn. Well, when the Blue Claw was first conceptualized, it was like, oh, wait, Oh, we were thinking about, like, cocktails for each round.
Yeah.
It's like, well, Elward would totally just put blue food coloring in a cocktail and say it's a cocktail, or blue food coloring in a White Claw and say it's a cocktail called a Blue Claw, and Lank would get so fucking mad at her. We, like, tweeted about it, but I guess that never
Yeah,
actually
it never
made it
actually made it into the script. I think I forgot about it. The cocktail, or the cocktail, the drink doesn't get named until volume 7, technically. You really don't want to answer that question.
I'm hiding in a fucking cave. Everyone I get close to ends up getting hurt or hating me. I'm a joke to everyone. A dealer when you need one. A casual fuck when you don't want strings attached. I'm so fucking tired.
You're sorry, you really are. Elward shakes her head and bends over her work, suddenly intensely focused on something you're quite sure was fixed hours ago.
It doesn't matter. I'm over it. I'm fine.
What's she gonna do now?
I don't know. Probably go get wasted somewhere. It's my solution to everything, right? My one defining personality trait.
You never said that. You're sure she's a lovely person with lots of good characteristics.
Sure, I'm sure you believe that.
She shrugs and kicks the motorcycle.
It doesn't matter.
What about... I think you get to answer both of these. What about Lank?
What about him? He's a big boy, he can figure shit out.
But she seems to be friends with him now, right? Isn't she a little bit worried what will happen if she leaves the cave, leaves him in the cave?
Oh, please, he's just as hard to put down as I am. Besides, he'll be off on whatever whirlwind adventure with you now, right?
Well, sure, but also, she's welcome to come along. There's always room for one more. Elward slowly looks you up and down as she considers her response.
No.
What about Wanchi? She seems like she's gotten pretty close to Wanchi. Like, you know, in a cool lesbian aunt kind of way. That's gotta count for something, right?
Grub size will be fine. The other Jades are there for her. Branya's not gonna let anything bad happen.
You're mostly worried that Branya's not gonna have much say in the matter once she and the others get called away for Ascension. Elward doesn't seem to have a definitive answer for this.
If I had an answer, I wouldn't be living in a fucking cave. Look, I gotta get going, okay?
Elward's tone is flat, and you can see our shoulders droop. Okay, was it something you said?
No, just, I've got a lot on my mind lately. I just need to go clear my head. Besides, there's someone I want to talk to, okay?
But wait, isn't it dangerous for her to go out of the cave?
Stop it. You think I give a shit about that right now? I'll see you if I see you.
In the distance, near the mouth of the cave, you hear the sound of Elward revving the motorcycle's engine, and she's gone. Well, it doesn't exactly seem like she's doing too hot after your conversation with her. Maybe you didn't make the right call here. Well, you're sure you'll never have to deal with the repercussions of that particular decision in the future. That's definitely a precedent that your journey here is set.
Okay, but did Elward leave with slightly good conscience, or is it...
No, this makes it harder to convince her to do the thing in Volume 7, but you can make up for it. 1, by convincing her to message Branya in Volume 6, and 2, by choosing the right options in Volume 7.
Okay.
Yeah, this is not like a deal breaker. This just like slightly disadvantages you.
Aww. Okay. Poor Elward.
Yeah. You're basically trading backstory for getting a good outcome being slightly more difficult in Volume 7. Volume 7 is like incredibly complicated.
Yeah, that's why it was so hard to write it with you.
Yeah.
Because you had all these plot threads that you had coded out, and I'm here just being like, okay, how do I write good dialogue when you need plot threads going on?
With a sigh, you decide to go to try to find Lank. You guess he's probably in that neat little pool room you saw before. Lank is sitting by the side of the pool, his legs neatly crossed. He's idly batting at the surface of the water with his long fingers, watching as the ripples spread out and fade into the darkness at the edges.
You know you can come sit down if you want, right?
You walk over and sit down next to Lank, smiling in a way that isn't exactly returned, but Lank doesn't look unhappy to see you.
What's going on with you?
What's he been thinking about? You don't think Elward's doing? I'll have to ask him. Lank doesn't answer right away, instead looking at you as if he's trying to decide if you're even capable of understanding what he's going to tell you.
Have you ever found yourself in a situation where no matter what choice you make, barely even matters?
You swallow heavily and nod. You found yourself in an uncomfortable number of situations like that. this seems to meet whatever internal criteria Lank had for talking to you, because he clears his throat and continues.
You make a choice, but both outcomes are bad.
What was the choice that he made?
Not just one. I had to make the decision between living a lie for the rest of my life and actually being myself. And of course, assuming all the various issues that come along with being such a curiosity.
He spits the last word out as if it's something especially foul that got caught in his throat.
Now I need to make a choice again between listening to you and continuing to live the same way I have been for the last sweep or so.
Has he made that choice yet? You're trying not to sound desperate, but it feels like it's particularly important to ask about this. Lank only shrugs in response, but he doesn't shut you down the way you were expecting him to, instead lapsing back into pensive silence. You don't think Elward is doing okay?
No, she's definitely not. A very astute observation.
He doesn't need to be a sarcastic jerk about it. You talk to Elward, and it seems like she's having a lot of regrets.
Oh, we all have a lot of regrets.
You're about to respond to this when Lank puts a hand up to stop you.
But yeah, she's not doing so great.
Lank trails off and looks around the cave. Something in his eyes suggests that what he's about to say is particularly hard for him.
I don't want to see her get hurt. She doesn't deserve that.
You were surprised that he was close to Elward at all. Wasn't she basically just his dealer before? Lank laughs.
Spent enough time trapped in a cave with someone, you get to know them better. It's not that she's bad at dealing with people, more like she's bad at dealing with herself. I don't want her getting hurt because of that, so could you maybe get an eye on her?
Of course. You're always happy to help your friends out with it, however you can. There's a small problem of that she left the cavern right after your conversation, though.
Of course, because running away is always a good idea.
You don't point out to him that him saying this is basically S-tier irony.
She'll probably head into Everdim for a bit. Look for her if you end up going that way.
Is this bad for all the Jades?
You've been on Alternia long enough to know that it's bad for everyone.
Yeah, but he's talking about some stuff that sounds uniquely bad. Like being treated like a toy for some high blood.
Oh, don't get me wrong. There's no guarantees against that, no matter who you are. Maybe I'm a curiosity to them, but there's always those who have proclivities towards Jade Bloods.
A quick flash of recognition hits you. The memory of a Jade Blood you think you met and the horrible fate she was consigned to at the hands of a cerulean who could be charitably described as a monster.
I love how they're just implying that Distant Quest is just canon to the.
Well, MSPAR was in Distant Quest and Befriend Us, both of which are like.
But like that,
referenced
they're
vaguely.
in the same timeline.
Oh yeah.
Like not that they just exist, but that like they're in the same timeline. I mean, technically, Distant Quest is Distant Quest takes place after Aradia's route.
Distant Quest was written to take place without disrupting the timeline, and Befriend Us, I think, is also written to like vaguely take place at some point within the same continuity. Although I don't think we reference we kind of reference Befriend Us, but not.
By the way, said Cerulean Route was written by me.
Yeah.
And I made sure to bring in the part where, you find Rosa locked up in the slave quarters of Mindfang ship, because I don't want people to forget that she was a disgusting slave owner.
Yeah, she was real bad.
Are you okay?
You're fine. You just thought you remembered something.
As I was saying, I'm not under the illusion that continuing to hide in the closet would have kept me safe. More like delaying the inevitable. It made my choice an easier one, at least. There are worse things than being someone's fetish, even. Just ask the matrons. Those stories are actually real to begin with.
Does he want to talk more about it?
No, not really. Not with you, anyway. You're persistent, but we've also only had a handful of interactions. I'm not going to trust you with my whole life story.
What's he gonna do now? Lank takes another long pause. He's been doing a lot of that lately, and his shoulders slump in on themselves. It's like he's suddenly aged a couple of decades in the span of seconds.
You've been up to something, haven't you? Talking to the rebels or something?
Yeah, you've spoken to a few of them before, and you think they could really help Lank out.
I think you might be right.
Yeah, you didn't think he... Wait, what?
What's the point in sitting here waiting for them to eventually find me? It's the same thing as waiting for my fate in the caverns. And you know how I feel about that.
That's amazing, but, you might still have some things to take care of first.
It's fine. This place is safe enough for now. Just don't take too long to figure this out.
You're starting to get antsy. You're having a good time talking to everyone, but you really do need to get going. The Jade Caverns await, and all that.
Oh god, you couldn't pay me to go back there with you.
He says that, but there's a trace of a smile behind it.
Why don't you go find Wanchi? I'll catch up.
You wander back into the main room, checking to make sure that you aren't forgetting anything. Of course, since your only worldly possession is the hoodie you're always wearing, that only takes a few seconds.
You ready to go, Uwu?
Fucking Trizza tweets.
Official Imperial Assault TTRPG now available. Purchase is #mandatory.
Yeah.
There's not been that many tweets this time around.
No, well, a lot of the people's chitters are deactivated. Like, Sarava and Erdata's are deactivated, Scala's deactivated, and there aren't a ton of automated ones for, like, people like Tizius, who's kind of, like, trying to be low-key now.
Mm.
Like, a lot of the people you've got chitters for are trying to be, like, hiding.
Oh, YouTube is not receiving enough. Oh, no.
It's not doing what?
Not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Shit. Is everyone's stream doing okay?
It looks fine on my end.
Okay.
I wouldn't get too worked up. They've been a little maudlin, from what I hear.
Don't be such a jerk about them.
Fine. Sorry.
You're genuinely shocked to hear Lank offering an unprompted apology. You suppose this is some of the fabled character growth you've heard so much about. Lank laughs.
Don't get used to it. I'm as incorrigible as ever. Anyway, say hi to Lanera for me. She'll be glad to know I'm doing okay after everything. Just don't forget about me, okay?
Wait, so did Wanchi ever say she was okay with the rebel stuff?
Yeah, that's the point of the whole, like, tabletop RPG thing. She says she needs a chance to think about it. She also talks more about it in the next volume.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because she's in volume 6. Of course. You promised to get him in touch with the rebels so he doesn't have to do all of this alone, and that's a promise you intend to keep.
Okay, time to go, Uwu.
You know, I love how much Lank grew as a person in Friendsim too. He's definitely a lot more thoughtful and sweeter here than before. His growth as a person is quite inspiring. Salute to you, Lank. Yeah, we tried to make all the characters, like, grow. Some of them got worse. Some of them got, like, significantly worse, but they didn't change. They didn't change.
You're gonna have an experience with some of those worst characters.
The early night air is refreshing after spending the day inside the cave, and you're excited at the prospect of reuniting with more of your friends. You turn to Wanchi and smile. After everything you've been through, it was nice to have an experience that was a little more chill. That's supposed to be chill, not child.
A little more child.
A little more child. Chill, you know? Just a couple of feelings jams and nobody died. Wanchi looks at you like she's not quite sure what to say. It's fine. You can talk more about it on the way to the Jade Caverns.
Yeah.
Wanchi looks off to the side as if something is still hanging over her. Something wrong?
I don't know how to tell Branya about my decision. Ooh.
Oh, no worries. You can handle that.
Really? You do that for me?
Of course. Wanchi's eyes glitter with tears as she responds.
Thank you. Okay, let's go.
Aww. Well, that's cute art.
Yeah, this is Superficial's art.
Oh, you don't have me credited as Riska.
No, not as Riska, because it's an Easter egg.
I love JoJo's little ending credits music.
continue in Volume 6 in The Weave of Fate. Also, we should do the fucking Vriska cat. Just really quick.
Show
I
them
can
Vriska.
just go.
Vriska,
I can just
Vriska,
play it.
Vriska.
So we're gonna blast through this real quick so I can show you the ridiculous Vriska cat.
Is that gonna mess up the...
No, I can just load the save.
Well, if you had to miss half of it, then you can watch the stream later on my channel.
Ooh, I know. I can actually, we can actually ask the more detailed...
Ever to the point where I eat. Because I needed whatever range. Never mind.
Jade Caverns.
That's a massive fucking understatement.
Asked this one already. Yeah, here we go. He looks like he's got something on his mind. That's the, more conversation.
I've had something on my mind for sweeps since I was a wiggler. My perpetual condition is being someone with a lot on his mind.
Okay, sorry. We weren't trying to prod. You just... Well, you guys are getting weird vibes off of him. It's like, for some reason, you keep thinking that the last time you two met, you are,
Oh, we got a question saying,
Yes.
alright, sorry, I'm bad for a sec. What was that about a fetish? I barely got caught what got said. The whole idea is Lank is such a rare oddity that a high blood would use him to satisfy their fetish.
There's a lot of stuff in Lank's, character here that talks about, they're basically parallels of, real-life experiences of trans people, including the fact that some people treat you like you're this, ooh, sexy, unique
Ever
thing.
noticed how trans woman is a porn category?
Yeah, so, yeah, the route was, the concept of the route and the script were both written by trans people, so, there's definitely Lank, talking about stuff that parallels real life. It doesn't matter which of these you choose, so you could say...
And, also, it's sort of... Does it harken back to Act 2?
Yeah, because they're talking about how, Actius is this, unique, everyone loves him because he's a male Jade Blood, and that's so rare!
Yeah, this fucking... the other option, other than Ascension, is to become this fucking object of affection.
Yeah.
It's creepy, and poor
I
Lank.
think we get dialogue about that in this. Didn't you have sex with him? For some reason, you keep thinking that the two of you had sex? Rania was there! Lank draws back and raises an eyebrow.
You really don't remember, do you?
What?
You were, rather, forward. And I'll admit that I did open up to you in a way I don't normally. But no, I'm sorry. I've just been thinking a lot about the past, is all. And about the future.
Is that something he wants to talk about? Lank looks away off toward the back of the cave where Elward is working on her motorcycle, off to wherever she got to.
Maybe later. You being back just got me thinking, is all.
Isn't he sick of living like this? He's just kind of hanging out in a sad
Excuse me? I'm hardly disheveled, and you're one to talk wearing the same ratty old hoodie for sweeps.
Hey, you like this hoodie?
So what do you mean living like this? In case you didn't figure it out, I'm in hiding for a reason.
Well, what if you didn't have to be in hiding like this? Lank raises an eyebrow and looks down at his neatly trimmed nails.
That's a bold claim. I've got my own feelings on that, Not that it's any of your business.
You're not sure what he's talking about, but you're talking about an escape to another world. A better world.
Sounds like a sales pitch for ending up in a violet arcology. Not sure I like that.
Lank shakes his head, and from the expression on his face, you're guessing that now isn't the time to push this. Yeah, that's the line about the violet arcology.
I never understood why people confuse Actius and Lank. Actius' hair is literally green. Yes, but I also raise you, K-pop artists change their hair color every other day.
Yeah.
Though I just looked up the Actius picture from the stream so I could compare it to Lank, and he just looks different vibe-wise.
Yeah.
He's just got a complete, Lank is more delicate, and he looks kind of
Alright, I'm gonna...
Don't you know it's
less delicate.
We're gonna go through to the character selection. See, now we've got the Bard and the Warlock. Also, there's some dialogue for these. You think you want to try this one, actually? An experienced player like you can get away with bending the rules a little. Wanchi shrugs at you, clearly uninterested in knowing how you managed to attain such a deep understanding of a game you theoretically never played before. Yeah, let's go with the sexy
Oh,
bar.
did they finally settle on a character?
You can change it.
Oh.
Yeah, actually, you're gonna play as a bard named Inyal.
Nice.
Wait, she's not gonna tell you no doubles and get really bitchy about you playing the same class as her?
No, why the fuck would I do that?
Cut it out already.
I think he's all.
Says the woman.
Yeah, so you can just click it and change class. So we'll do Ranger Vriska. Yeah.
Also, literally the only thing and Axios have in common is being a real Jade. Honestly, part of the fucked upness about that is well, one, the transphobia of all trans guys look the same, and also the anti-Asian racism of all Asian guys look the same.
That's great.
Because being implied it's a K-pop band, and the Lank being East Asian coded. Also, Kim just Kim's designs.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's. All right, boop, boop. All right, so now watch as we attack. The fucking cat.
Wait, you said no!
Yeah, you can't see it.
I thought you raised up Vriska so you could see the
No,
cat.
I did, but you can't see the cat all the way.
Oh.
I mean, I can just.
Wait,
I guess you're all on.
Just watch. Oh, well, not now, because she...
Oh,
It goes
briefly
by pretty
appears.
quickly, yeah. It's Vriska's head, though, on the cat. Anyway, let me load my save so we can have the right Volume 5 Revolution ending.
Revolution.
Yeah. So, yeah, and we've got our gallery. We've unlocked everything except for that's the bad ending if you fail the tabletop section. Including you get to the tavern.
Nice. Yeah, the tavern is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
And what are the names? Initiative and what's the other one?
Saving roll.
Cute.
And critical success. Let me switch over back to the. Thanks for watching. Alright, let me quit out of the game too. I'll copy the save file over or just do it again.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for coming. Is there any stuff we want to mention?
I mean, we already talked about the video that's uploading Monday.
Yes.
Which you should definitely check out.
Well, I could if I was able. There's a platypus confirmed. Janai is very, very funny rapping as Tagora.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's...
Volume 6 will be coming out a little bit early.
Yeah, Volume 6 is actually going to be releasing a week early because the original timeline for it had it releasing when I will now be in the hospital recovering from surgery. So my decision, I thought for a minute about releasing this and Volume 5 at the same time, which wouldn't be feasible. But so...
It was my fault.
No,
there's 2
I
bits
mean,
missing and they're
also
both
like
fine.
testing and shit and all that, so don't worry about it. But we're gonna release Volume 6 is gonna be released a little bit early, and then Volume 7 is gonna be released on 10/25, which is Cascade Day.
Yes.
So that one's gonna be
Cascade Day and also Game Over Day,
Yeah.
which is a more important holiday for me because I experienced Game Over in real time and it fucked me up and I'll never recover.
Cascade is one of the reasons I fucking wanted to keep engaging with Homestuck, so it's important to
yeah.
me because I saw the
Cascade is
flashes
great.
before I read the whole comic, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. I got to see what the context is for this. So yeah, that one is gonna be impressive. There's a lot of work put into it. So yeah, thank you for coming out. I'm glad people like this one. Break new ground, stay. Yeah, exactly. Venti the Bard
Venti the Bard?
says let's go with Venti the Bard. I don't know if that's a reference to something, but So yeah, I'm glad people like this one. This ended up being one of my favorite routes in terms of like stuff I wrote for it. I'm really happy with the dialogue between the characters, and I'm really happy with some of the like character development stuff. Like it's definitely not the longest route, but it's definitely one of the ones that I'm like. This is also the last route I wrote chronologically, so I have like all the experience of having written the other ones on top of it. But yeah, I'm glad people enjoyed it. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm glad people like the game. Like, the response to it's been really good.
I mean, Janaya, you have done so much incredible fucking work on this. Like, yes, I have contributed, but I could contribute a little tune to any game. That's like nothing. You have made this game the reason it is a thing.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Don't hide your head all bashful. You should own up to all the hard work you've done.
I've worked a lot on this game, and I'm really happy with how it's come out. Like, I've wrote a good chunk of the script, and I've done all the programming.
More than half of the script.
Probably about 70% of the script.
That's a lot of script.
Because there's like 3 routes that I didn't write at all, 4 routes that I didn't write at all, plus some of Volume 7.
Well, you wrote most of Volume 7.
Yeah, and I wrote a tiny bit of Volume 4. Mm-hmm. Like, I wrote the stuff at the very end with Zebedee and like the ending bit. And I may end up doing that with like Volume 11 as well, but Volume 11 is being written by someone else. So yeah, but yeah, I did all the programming, and like the design work and stuff. So.
If you guys enjoy Friendsim 2 and enjoy the good, amazing work Janaya has put into it, please stay tuned for more Studio June games, because we do have more games in the works.
Yeah,
after
we've got a
Friendsim
couple
2
of
ends.
ideas. I've started working on the concept document for the next one. Like, we've talked about it a lot. Just a Genshin Impact reference. Okay, cool. My daughter plays Genshin Impact, and we're like friends with a couple of the VAs in Genshin. Kira's in Genshin at the very least. What? Yes, but she's our friend. That's not a secret. Like, so yeah, we know some of the people involved with it, which is cool. But yeah, we're working on and concepting for another one, and we'll probably be talking about that like later this year and beginning of next year once we start like making actual shit for it. And then yeah. Keep an eye on the game.
We have good stuff coming.
We do.
And we also got good stuff coming sooner. We've a new volume every month. Please keep coming back for lots and lots of fun. Also, come back to my channel for our Progeny stream series in September.
Yes.
Yeah. We will have a secret chapter that we'll release if you give us money.
Yeah.
Like, actually.
Yeah, and
also I'm gonna finish the story before we do the thing, and the 2 chapters that are missing from the saga will finally be written.
Yeah. So there is a possibility that Friendsim 2, some of the future volumes may end up getting delayed if like recovery from my surgery ends up being more of a factor than originally anticipated, But 7 is pretty close. 7 is done. Basically done.
Like we
2 music tracks and VA work.
Yeah, so
that's it.
7 probably won't be delayed.
7 probably won't be delayed.
There's much work into
there's a chance that 8. There's a chance that 8 and future volumes would if we push it back, we'll push all of them back. But we're trying not to do that whenever possible. And honestly, some of the later volumes are in very good shape too.
The ones you wrote.
Yeah. Well, 13 and 14 are a lot of them are done. 10 has the script and everything but the backgrounds and music and stuff. So, yeah, we've got a few. This is being developed in kind of a non-linear way. We have the whole plot already.
Because Janaya is very, 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 very fast at writing and wrote 7 volumes.
Aw, thank you. I anticipate it going well. I just
It better go well.
Aw, I'm just
I'm
trying
gonna
to
feed
plan.
you so much curry while you're
Thank
bedridden.
you. I'm just trying to plan for the future and make sure that the project is like, you know, is going along, because like the artists are doing a lot. Obviously, like the artists do a ton of work that like they're doing on their own, and that's really like they've been really good about that. The artists have been pretty fucking amazing. Like the game wouldn't exist without the artists and the musicians and the voice actors and the other writers and like all the people that are playing the game. So that's really been nice. But yeah, I don't know. I think we're done.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go eat.
Thank you all. Yeah, I have to still
You gotta
get
eat
my,
something.
soup. Thank you all so much for coming.